apologies if any of you missed any of the gems that I did. I was really, really funny, more so than usual. It was really quite good. I'm sorry you missed it.
I remind me at some point this next coming week to reinstall OBS, or see if I need to run a repair or something.
Hey, Drugs, you should reinstall OBS.
Thanks.
Hey, Felix.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little shit.
I know that.
We're going into combat, and he's taking the Mickey out of the GM.
Yeah, that is.
I like to play dangerously. I'm a gambling man.
Again, I remind you of the time.
Do you want to kill mine and Kronos characters? Do you want that?
Do you want their blood on your hands?
Someone in my party managed to annoy the GM, so she changed a void dragon hatchling into a fully grown void dragon. Just remind you all that that's a thing.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
I am.
Yep. Sensible.
Rollmaster's the game you don't want to be playing for that. When you annoy the GM and they suddenly just pick up the dice and say, I'm just going to roll the level modification on this. Little open-ended hive.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, while you're getting pricked with needles, Hadovir has responded to being stabbed in the arm with a crossbow quarrel by taking off the front of the house opposite, where they were hiding.
Oh, fuck, you did that.
Well, the eaves and the roof, not necessarily the wall.
No, he hasn't taken out the wall. He hasn't done nearly enough damage for that, but he has basically flipped up the front awning. The front porch, basically, has just gone floop. That's not there anymore. And yes, rubble and dust and pebbles are raining down around you, much to the discombobulation of the crowd, because you're not far from the marketplace. Pepperdew hides behind your legs, as much as a metre-long beefy...
Fighting our dog.
Yeah, as much as a metre-long beefy length of muscle with a muzzle designed as a hoover can do. His shod claws striking up sparks from the cobbles. And back at the shop, Nell and Dondric are in the courtyard, and Loic has heard something nasty on the roof and has pounded down to alert them that perhaps ne'er-do-wells
has crept down the stairs.
Yeah.
Having discovered that the person has slipped from the roof into the attic space. So.
Yep. So yes, no longer on the roof above them, but inside the house. The murderer is coming from inside the house. Indeed. I was watching Black Christmas the other day, the original one, which is where that came from. I got there and I went, oh, whoops. So, I have already rolled initiative for all of the villains. So we will be starting with Loic. Oh, and actually, no, we won't. We'll be asking you all to roll initiative, please.
Yeah.
As established, we're muted. Blake is being talked Gwent at by Bernie the barmaid in the tossed coin.
I'm blocking your dice. Come on, don't fail me.
You what, mate?
God damn it.
Okay, I forgot to roll it on the chat, so my 8 is going nowhere. Let's try that again. Oh, it's a 1 now!
Where
Yay!
where the heck is the initiative bonus? Is it on?
I only rolled mine in chat because it's easier on the
in the
system
combat
because of
tab.
that.
Okay, yep, it's in the
There it
combat
is.
tab.
There it is.
And as you roll initiative, or you tell me the initiative if you use real dice.
That is math. That's a 14.
I've got an 8.
Roll
So
0.
I roll again, and that's 1.
Nell got a 14. So, Blake doesn't need one. Dondric?
0.
In total.
1 minus 6 plus 5.
Ooh.
I deleted everybody's initiative from last session because I realised it would be unfair to send Dondric into a new session with a -1 initiative.
Oh,
Well,
not a
Well,
minus
he
one.
got better.
It's only a 0 now.
Yeah, it's an improvement. Every day in every way he gets a little better.
And it's already.
I tell you what, the
First roll is a 1.
The next time you have a little old lady come round offering to read your tea leaves, accompanied by a black cat, a crow, and any number of strange woven little dolls on her cart, invite her in for tea and give her cake or something. Don't just kick her out.
Yeah, no, she can take my soul at this point. I don't care.
Sheesh.
And it's just-
0. I don't. And Heamus is, of course.
Occupied.
Okay, I can't actually change Dondric's.
It's Sean is very right though. I did jinx this session by asking my new dice not to fail me, and by being excited to use my new dice.
I have to give Dondric a 1 because it won't allow me a 0 initiative for
Thank you
Dondric.
for your utter kindness. your mercy.
Even the combat tracker just looked at that and went, you know what? Nah.
I think I've rolled high once.
Loading dice on initiative was a mistake.
God.
So, top of the tree is Loic.
So Loic is going to go and is going to slip down the stairs and try and find Nell and Dondric, passing the counter as he does so
Okay.
to grab his crossbow.
Right, okay, so we can actually do that in combat actions because going down the stairs will be your movements. I'm fine with that. Grabbing your crossbow will be an action. 3
Yeah.
stamina to make a stealth check rather than just walking down the stairs normally.
Sure.
So you're basically buying yourself an extra action to be cautious when moving.
Yeah. So how do I how do I mark the extra action?
Right, you knock off 3 points of your stamina from the main.
From the main thing.
Yep.
I think
You
it's in
would-
combat.
Hang on a sec, it may be on combat. It is on combat. So yeah, the left hand number, you just knock that down by 3.
Okay, so take that down to 32.
32, Jesus.
Okay,
Okay, assuming that
and
changes.
then I've got to roll a stealth, don't I?
You do, yes.
Well, that's just Dex.
Okay. This
Ah,
is
pull the
my
wrong thing.
first proper use of the combat tracker en masse.
10.
Okay. Right, so this is an opposed check. So let's give my new rainbow dice a run out. So we need. I have got so many people's skills stats open. Everybody's can the conqueror.
Crossbow into the...
Don't actually believe in giving me the. I'm an idiot. Sorry, hang on.
You're not.
Oh, I am.
No, you're not.
Even though
Every single time you're mean to yourself.
I'm not. I'm just.
You're going to be very busy.
God, that was world weary.
It's been my job for the last 20 years.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that is a +6 awareness. You got the 10. Oh, dearie me. Righto. So yes, you can head down and grab your crossbow by the counter. So we will move to. Fish, how do you indicate someone's acted in the combat tracker?
There is, or should be, on the combat tracker, a next action button.
Oh yes, sorry, I was looking in the wrong. I was
But I'll be
looking.
honest, I've not really used the combat tracker very much yet.
Yeah, hang on. Let me cycle through everybody so it goes up to the right. Right, there we go. I know. I want to use it. I haven't yet used it with the maps.
Yeah. Funnily enough, we're imminently heading into an actual fight with the actual combat tracker in Swords of Slaughter Beast. Just as soon as you actually get to it.
Actually, the
So you
actual-
spend another 3 sessions just RPing before it.
Okay. So. Oh.
That's never a thumbs down.
That's fine. That's fine. So,
Right.
fortunately, they largely have the same stats, so it's fine.
Not fine.
So the stealth is okay.
Was in fact not fun.
Stealth is So right.
Dead in shock, realizing she's just killed her players.
Well, I hope not. I mean, maybe just the characters would be good.
Chrono, would you like Loic to roll me an awareness check, please?
Sure.
55.
Awareness. Skills. Well, I mean, awareness is one of his best skills, so
Jolly good.
Don't say that, you'll jinx it.
22.
Do that.
You've just...
very
You've
good.
screwed us all.
22 is not a bad check.
Yeah.
You made it by 2. You hear above you, and you wouldn't had you not been basically holding your breath trying to move silently yourself. The slightest creak of wood on wood as the roof hatch, loft hatch lifts.
Despite the fact that I made sure that that was locked before the end of last session.
Yep. I know, I rewatched the end.
Yeah.
Nice.
So most NPCs do not get extra actions. Guess what?
Ah.
That's really the best part of streaming it and having it on YouTube, isn't it? To be able to go back and watch combat again.
God, yes.
So much easier than taking notes.
Yes, where was everybody at the end? Hang on a minute. Play.
Did it for the YouTube one too.
Yep. Okay, and then what sounds suspiciously like, I don't know, a kitten maybe landing on the floor above? Is that kind of level of soft plop? Kitten jumping off a chair is about as much noise as it makes.
Is it a clumsy kitten or a...
Well, no, that would take out any lamps. Plus
Yeah.
any ropes that happen to be attached anywhere, a couple of curtains, and maybe a table.
But over all of that noise, you wouldn't hear the actual kitten.
No. It would just be, it's the Yeti equivalent. You know it's been here, you've seen its footprints. Right. Okay. So, Nell.
Yeah, Loic hasn't warned us yet, right?
No.
Nope.
You are still...
And,
you are all in the court. You are both in the courtyard, aren't you, working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, do I get to like make an awareness check to see if things are going on, or
I
am I,
mean,
not prepared for this?
no noise has been had, has it? Since
Not
he-
yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we are moving now to Orban.
Yeah.
Orban, you are staring into the outline of your assailant.
I did throw a knife at them last session.
You did throw a knife at them last session. I appreciate that.
I just...
You
I
even
have
hit
no
them.
weapon now because I threw a knife at them.
Yes. Yeah,
That's how it
that's...
works.
And you've got, and under your offhand, you have a baby aardvark tucked.
You could throw a baby
Tell
up
me,
like
tell
that.
me, that was
Yeah.
nothing real.
You cannot throw a baby aardvark. If nothing else, they're just not
Well, you probably can. Maybe you shouldn't.
they're not aerodynamic.
Doesn't matter if you're good
Count
enough.
as an improvised weapon. Then.
What is the average airspeed?
Now, if
Very
you
bad, but
now what you need is like a catapult, maybe a trebuchet, filled with baby aardvarks.
A little slingshot.
Yeah.
It's very fun and cute until it hits the ground.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's,
Don't worry, there are pillows. There are pillows.
there are
Maybe-
pillows. They would hit all the soft stuff. They'd, you know, they'd bounce off people, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Haystack is very soft when we do get
You
his
ever
over.
seen those dolphins that grow up on cliffs? So when they leave, they just jump off. And they, because they're so small and fluffy and soft, they just bounce.
Oh.
Hundreds of meters, they just bounce all the way down and hopefully survive.
Oh.
Those people.
Yes. Yes, I do apologise. It's been a very, very hot and quite long day, and I may be into the realms of whimsy and strangeness more than usual.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. That is an
Sorry,
8,
well, I was actually going to do an action there.
12. No, it's not Orban's go. It's Orban is being shot at. It's.
I said to be shot at.
I have labelled each of these so I know where they are, because we're running basically 3 encounters in one tracker. This is the Brewhouse Bandit.
Oh, good one. That's a good one. I like that.
That's armadillos, I think, Shard.
Yeah, armadillos curl up because they've got the backs.
Yes.
I think
Aardvark
the second
looks
one
like
from-
anteaters, but
Yeah, I think the second one's one mistakes aardvarks for armadillos.
I'm still not convinced that they're not supposed to be armadillos, but never mind. They are drawn as aardvarks and called aardvarks. So that is +4 to.
Hard routes. Who else's routes could they be?
Okay. So that's a 17. If you wish to dodge or
I wish
avoid.
to reposition
You wish to reposition
with the aardvark.
with the aardvark. Then that is going to be.
Okay, it saved itself. It saved itself. I rolled a 1 and then another 1, folks. So it just
Okay,
saved-
you did get hit. Because it was a
Yeah.
total of 17.
Oh, shit, the aardvark.
You still got the aardvark. You've got your lucky aardvark tucked under your arm.
It's a baby.
It is. It's literally, it's about that big. It's about the size of a football. You're fairly sure it's giggling at the moment.
Baby.
Right, so I am rolling on the hand crossbow, which I know is 2d6 plus 2. Oh dear. So that's 12 points of damage coming at your.
Not
Hang
my
on.
head. Oh my god.
I just rolled a 2 on the hit location.
Is that a head?
No, 1 is a.
Okay, it's just body then. You're
It-
okay.
I'd say
I.
that most of your body is body.
It's okay. I can survive without a kidney.
I love how you're assuming it's a kidney.
Well, it is now. You can't prove me wrong because then you'll embarrass me in front of everyone, right? They'll know I'm a fraud.
Is that what you are? Okay. Fair enough. So that is the yes. Torso
I think you
is
just
2
need
to 4.
To relax more. I mean, what are you afraid of?
Oh,
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. Da.
I hate you so much. Okay. So that is standard damage. So you've got 12 points of damage coming at you from a crossbow quarrel.
Where is my...
Bear in mind I think you're wearing some armour and you're also a dwarf.
I am, but here's the thing. I forgot to put it in the character sheet.
What, your armour or that you're a dwarf?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got the natural armour in there. And I've got-
It's 2 points.
I know it's 2 points because I've got it on the original character sheet. It's okay, folks. We'll sort this out.
Yeah.
I swear, Al is a professional. He's a bigger boy.
Yes, all dwarves, this is for the benefit of the audience, so for the benefit of the tape, all dwarves, by virtue of being tough bastards, have 2 points of natural armour, i.e. their skin, on all locations, which doesn't suffer from ablative degradation. So normal armour, if you do more than its protection and its stopping power, you knock it down the point. Skin, you don't do that. Doesn't count.
Okay, it has to be more than the stopping power of the armor.
Yes.
How much did you say? 12 damage?
12 damage.
I've got 14 armor.
Have you?
Yeah. Plus the 2.
Good God, what armour are you wearing?
Brigandine.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm okay.
He's alright.
He's okay.
So yes,
Famous last
doink.
word.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And there was
Even
much
for the
rejoicing.
headshot.
Yes.
He's got 2 points of armor just from having skin.
There was much rejoicing until the second shot.
Like, so, if it's a skin dwarf, I think he has more to worry about.
We had in my last before we had like final famous last words quote list specifically. My favorite one is "I'm not ready." They were going to do a duel, and one of them said, "I'm not ready, I'm not ready," and then he died.
I fear that is the famous last words of many a character.
This was Vampire the Masquerade too.
I'm sorry, I think my favourite last words were delivered by somebody else, which was, "I'm going to pump my grenades down the hole as well."
The other
Last
one,
words of characters we're doing.
the other one which my friend said was like he was asked a question like, "Have you read the ritual carefully?" "I've skimmed it. How hard can it possibly be?" Favorite last words.
Oh dear. How hard can it possibly be? Let me show you.
The part of fun of him was his foot.
Okay, so yes, the sniper takes a pot shot at you and then vanishes beneath the silhouette of the building against the sky. You don't know whether they've gone behind the roof ridge or in front of it, because it's black on black. So, next is a stealth check. There. So, Dondric and Nell, what are your bases for awareness? That's the stat plus your skill.
Let me do some quick little math. Awareness, that's a A. Six.
Let's see.
Okay.
Dondric is probably standing with his back, facing the roof and the shaft, just trying to figure out how to get these mechanisms that he's currently installing.
13.
Back.
Okay.
13 for now.
Right. Well, the way I just rolled for Dondric, he's actually got his head stuck under the anvil, while pounding on the top, and listening to heavy metal.
He's probably talking to Nell. Like that's probably a thing too. He's probably going, "Yeah, I reckon if I properly install this, we can make a quick way access similar to the front door, but maybe reinforce this one even more." Which is basically listening to your own voice is basically like listening to heavy metal, right?
Yep. Okay. So Nell, as Dondric is keeping up a description of his plans for what he's expecting to be able to pull together to defend the store, you hear what sounds like a spring releasing inside the store. Just that little sort of thwang click.
So it doesn't sound like the twittering of birds and the hopping of fluffy bunny rabbits and the gambling of lambs. Not that sort of string.
I never understood why lambs gambled so much. I mean, there's got to be helplines.
Well, it's boring life out there in that field.
Yeah, true.
Like I think the main issue is that no one probably talks about it. You know, the sounds of lambs and all that.
Yep. Yeah,
It's one of those evenings.
yeah, the puns are going to happen.
It's always one of those evenings.
Yeah. It's me trying to take scenarios seriously.
Honestly, I'm gonna die soon. I have to brighten the mood up.
Okay. So, yes, you hear a ding, tick.
Noah's gonna just like look into the look into the direction of the shop. Loic, is everything alright in there?
Okay, Loic's at the counter. So,
Depending on how quick any of this happens, you may, like, if you turn to look into the shop, you may see Loic creeping, like,
Oh, she's
coming
looking
down
like
the
towards in the direction of the shop.
yeah, and
Just
grabbing
like-
his
Yeah.
crossbow.
yeah, Loic is standing by the
How-
counter, holding the crossbow.
Can,
One way you
can
can
I
see.
see that?
Yes, you can see straight through.
Okay.
I'm assuming the
Alright,
back door's
well-
open, basically.
Oh well, in that case, she's gonna just. Do I have any weapon like nearby? I would assume, since I'm in the workshop.
Well,
You've got a
yes.
hammer nearby at
Well,
least.
yeah. Worst
You're
case,
probably
you've got
working or
hammers. You've got whatever Dondric's been working on
I'll
recently for sale.
I'll grab the nearest, most finished-looking sword, and
Okay,
and
worst
knock them-
case, it'll have barbs down. You know, it'll have sort of little chinks of metal, so it won't
oh
cut
no,
cleanly.
how bad for the person. who's-
Yeah, it just doesn't look very nice. You know, you've got to get the
Terrible,
sprue off.
Terrible. Cannot have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so then I'll then she'll just take that and like slowly very cautiously walk. To
No, it's okay. Hold that action because this isn't your time to move yet. However,
That's
Right.
business.
Oh,
It's
right.
not your time.
You just- but yes, I will allow. I will
Somehow.
allow you, since you didn't do anything on your action, to reach for a sword.
Thank you.
You've heard something, so you can reach for a sword, but you're not going anywhere just yet.
Gotcha.
Okay. Fishy. What is Blake's awareness base?
What is Blake's awareness base? That's a very good question. Awareness. Ooh, dear. Not very. It's kind of 5, a bit.
Stat plus skill.
Yep.
How?
That's,
No skill. Not the highest intelligence in the party.
Okay, gotcha.
Righto. Okay.
Hit things. He doesn't need awareness. It's usually very obvious who you hit. It's the people in armor running towards you screaming.
Fair.
Okay. So, Blake, you are slightly startled then when the door opens and a guy comes strolling in, looking around him with a slightly puzzled air. Excuse me, you're open, yeah?
Are we open? That's said to Bernie, obviously.
Well, yes. Yeah, yes,
Yes, we are
yes,
then.
of course we are, of course we are. Yes, come on in. We're remodelling. She says with utter conviction. Oh, I have heard so much about this place. Join me for one. And by one, I mean several.
Well, maybe just one.
Okay. And then... There. So, Hadovir. As the remains of the clay tiles rain down around you, you hear sort of yelps and screams of, "What was that?" And "Witchcraft!" And
That's it.
"Oh crap!" Noises coming from
Bang,
the
banging on the
direction.
door. Heamus, hurry up! Some bastard shot me.
It's not your go, but hold that. I will allow you to have that. That's
Pretty
I'm
much
fine
no
with
doubt.
that. It is, however, a cry you hear of, "Oi! He's a witch!" from slightly further up the street, towards the corner where it joins the marketplace.
Did the caller have eyes on me when I threw the stones?
Ah,
Okay.
you weren't looking, unfortunately. You were kind of focused on the person up there with the bow.
obvious
This
reasons,
is someone who's over there. Oh, he's a witch! Burn him!
Get me a duck.
Yes, exactly. And footsteps pound in your direction. Next is... Oh, crap. Who's that? Hang on a minute. I'm now having an encounter problem because I've written everybody up and I'm just trying to remember who is where. No, that's Pinky and Perky. That's that one. That's not appearing in this. Oh, right, okay. 5, you say? Okay. Not a problem. So, Hadovir.
Yes. Smack on the door. Hurry up, some bastard shot me.
Okay, Heamus.
This don't take long because apparently I can't leave him alone.
Well, just a few more minutes. I would like to. I would just like to make that dart, just to maximise the effect of the waistline.
Right,
You'd be amazed how few of my customers have one.
I'll be out soon. Try to bleed slowly.
Yeah, everyone now knows if you bleed out, it's your blood's fault for leaving your blood.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. Orban, you'll
God, you're
go.
holding your blood.
Oh, I'm up, am I? Well, I've just been shot at, so I'm gonna run as fast as I can inside.
Running in through the back door, huh?
Yeah.
Still got the aardvark.
And carrying an aardvark.
Right. What is your speed?
No, that's an aardvark.
Oh, actually, what's your run? Since I'm assuming that's pretty much all you're doing this turn.
Under something. It's under somewhere.
It'll be on
Arrival
the front.
flight
It'll be on the
It's on the main.
front page. Yeah.
My compass roll. Oh, there it is. It's 21.
Okay, not a problem.
Such short legs.
Yep. So, you run, pounding through the kitchens into the inn proper to see Blake sitting there with a pint of cream opposite a effusive-looking gentleman who also has one, and Bernie, who is loading up another tray. And I will allow you to deliver your yell.
Hi! Problem! Don't want to scare off the customer. We have one customer. So I guarantee you is the bad guy, but, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
I can't use better knowledge.
Why would you think that? Why would you possibly think that?
I don't know, Drat. I don't know, Drat.
Perhaps we've just been conditioned.
Exactly. For all you know, it could just be a local of the campaign for real ale society's Vermavolt branch.
Do I have time to just sort of go up to him and just sort of grab him by the arm, go in his ear, like, and tell him, or do I not have time to do that?
No, you can get into the bar with the aardvark, and you can yell, "Problem!"
A dwarf and an aardvark walks into a bar.
Yeah. Dwarf carrying an aardvark walks into the bar, and somehow that's 100 times funnier.
Yeah.
Yes, the aardvark under your arm goes,
Baby. Truly intelligent words coming from me right now.
okay.
She's baby.
Right, so, you just named the damn thing, you realise that, don't you?
What baby?
Yep.
Okay.
Baby the
Just-
fighting
just don't put it
aardvark.
in the corner.
Oh, you got there before me, Fish.
Let's face it, that was an initiative check between the two. I could just see it hoving towards your vocal cords on both
That's
accounts.
it. Unfortunately, that's my only good initiative roll for the entire session now. My characters will be crap.
Fair enough.
Yeah, depends on joke. Well spent.
Yeah. So, back in Hadovir's street, a second voice takes up the cry. Burn the witch!
Do I look like a fucking witch? I'm 6 foot fucking tall with a pet fucking aardvark. Do I look like a fucking witch?
Oh dear God. If anyone is watching, feel free to clip that.
We can end the campaign now. Not just one Witcher.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. That's all. Call off the heats. That's all.
Good night, folks.
Oh God. Sorry.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and that'll be all.
Oh God.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay. And yes, a second set of footsteps come pounding towards you. Looking over there, basically you're in a slightly darkened alley and the sun is bright on the marketplace. So you've got two silhouettes coming down the road towards you. So, moving on to Dondric.
It's me.
Dondric, of the only faster than people not in this combat.
Well, I have a high my reflexes isn't bad, my dice is. Yeah, alright, so do I notice? Wait, I think I just disconnected my headphones. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
No, they're fine. Right, I've had an issue all morning. Did I notice Nell reach for a weapon? Or am I too busy? Maybe I noticed her not responding to me. I didn't know.
That's probably more likely.
Give me a
So I
mug.
go now, and I turn around and I see her reaching for a weapon.
Yeah, I think basically what gets your attention is the shing as Nell pulls the sword from the barrel you're waiting to finish off.
It's actually
And
Nell versus Blackface Smith,
Yes.
once again.
yeah.
Nell is
Oh,
the
sorry.
I'm the armorer.
You're the armor. I had that in my head and then I thought, no, I've got it the wrong way round.
Yeah,
And then I mentally switched it.
which is why I'm working on the armament for the shop, since she's working on the swords for commissions. Anyway, right. I think I have a mace. I think I have the fairly close with all the paranoia going on in
Okay.
the shop.
Yeah, and they're both on anvils. This is the thing. My brain just, for some reason, I'm very aware of the fact that you're doing the armory, and then I do always reverse it because I assume I'm wrong.
I mean, technically, we can both of us mechanically can do
Yeah.
the other one's job, but that's like our specifications.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so I reach for my mace, which I'm probably also been using for pointing previously.
Okay.
And I turn towards the shop and I go, what's going on?
Do I get to respond, or how are we?
I will allow you to either say 3 words or point.
I had something.
Right. Yeah.
That's 3 words.
Yep.
I think I start slowly walking up. towards
Okay.
her.
You
So I'm
that
standing
that's your
close.
move. So yes, you picked up your mace. That's your action, and then you move towards there. That's your move. That's fine. And yes, on the professional front, I feel the guy sat in front of the studio probably wins on that. To be honest with you, guys, not the person with the half-assed green screen.
It is very tastefully draped, though. So
It is, unfortunately, what it is, it's not a proper green screen, it's the baize from a pool table. Because it was cheap at a second-hand store.
I'm also
Jumble
going
set.
to turn on the lights.
But, so, it doesn't work particularly well as a green screen, but it does work quite nicely as a backdrop. And frankly,
Honestly,
I'll
though,
live.
Right now, it works better as a green screen than it does a pool table.
Yes. If you look at the other side, you can see where the edge of the pool table was, because it's faded, bright green.
So just flip it upside down and
yeah.
you've got
Exactly,
Constant
yeah.
green.
Yeah. And it also works quite well with the red hair. Bizarrely. So, as you buy a shiny keyboard so you can see what you're typing in the dark. I can see that, Alexia. That's cool. Looks down at mine, which is phasing between different colours. Yep. So,
The lights are off on mine at the moment.
yeah. I like mine. I've just got it set to a really slow fade because it defaulted to a fast rainbow when I first plugged it in. And I was just looking at it going, I cannot even see what the keys are because it was just
Switch
sparkle
mine
tinkle.
to set to my Witcher settings when I have Fantasy Ground open.
Show off. Okay, so that's your action. So we then move to... Is Blake doing anything? Blake, who is not yet in the initiative tracker, they're just on the dregs.
Yeah, he's basically just... What sort of a problem?
Okay.
Yeah, he's got no reason to be panicked at the moment. He doesn't know any better. He's
Okay.
got a tasty mug, so he's quite happy where he is until he hears
Yeah.
something
Probably
serious.
looks a tad flustered.
Blake,
You know,
the
like he just got shot in the chest.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've only known Orban, what, a day? I don't know. Yeah, maybe he just looks like that a lot.
Yeah.
Also,
It's Orban's natural state to be wearing a crossbow bolt through the chest.
Yeah,
Yes, latest fashion statement.
It
All
also-
right, I've got one in my arm.
Yes, by the way.
it also bounced off, to be fair.
yeah, see, if it had actually damaged him, then I would have no excuse, because I would have to go, he's injured. But no, it bounced off his brigandine, so, which is the same I'm wearing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
He's actually harder to hurt than me.
Okay, so Heamus is still getting his jacket sorted.
Yep. Heamus has priorities.
Yep. Bringing us back round to Loic, who is standing there holding a crossbow, having just heard something from upstairs.
Sure. Now, the annoying thing is I wouldn't keep the crossbow loaded.
It's an action to load.
Yeah, because that's a way to make the strings
Yeah.
wear out.
Yeah, I noticed the bowman there is there going, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so action to load.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing like Nell and Dondric like making their way inwards, I basically gesture with the crossbow up the stairs and basically am aiming for the stairs.
Okay.
But I'm keeping an ear out as well in case I hear the person moving around upstairs or
Okay.
repositioning.
I'll let you do that in lieu of your movements. I'm fine
Yeah,
with that. That's
basically
reasonable.
I'm going to use the crossbow is aimed at the top of the stairs unless I hear otherwise, and I'm then going to be tracking
Okay.
with the bow point. Or
Right.
with the bolt point. Yeah.
It's where you're wishing for one of those really high-powered shotguns that will just go
Oh, yeah.
through walls.
This is where we've turned into Rainbow Six Siege, but medieval version.
Yes.
And we're swapping to Cyberpunk Red just for this one fight.
Yes. I can do it if you want. I've got the jumpstart kit available, so
Largely compatible rules, yeah.
it is almost exactly compatible rules. Don't knock it. So's Mactom. So I could throw a mecha at you.
I confused myself when I opened up the rulebook for this today, because I suddenly realised that I have a Fusion and Interlock folder on my tabletop games drive, and Mechton, Cyberpunk, something else I can't remember what. Teenagers from Outer Space.
Yeah.
All in that folder. Witcher, folder of its own. No good reason for it.
Yes, Witcher being interlock. And so largely, I think, is CP Red jumpstart.
Yeah. Interlock is the core rule
Yeah.
that these are built on.
Modded interlock, I think, slightly. Not hugely modded.
There's no such thing as a straight interlock. Interlock's never been published just as a system on its own. It's just the core mechanics that are used in a number of games.
Yeah, I am.
Closest, if there is one, would probably be Mechanism.
Yeah, I am looking forward to Red. The new actual core book. That's going to be fun. Okay, so Loic standing there as the music goes ding da 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 ding, ding da 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 ding. So that is go away. Too many windows. You are going to have 8 plus. Oh dearie me.
Do I need an
That
awareness
doesn't sound
check?
good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, that's low. 17.
Oh.
That's low.
Well, my base is 15.
Yeah.
So that was a 2 on the dice. So,
Annoyingly, that is equal to which.
in this system, does equal match is equal as success? Ooh.
Oh, hello. Did somebody just sneeze on their headphone cable?
That might have been fish, I think.
I think it was Monty actually because it was all green.
Oh, yeah, it's Monty then.
What'd I do?
I don't know, but it sounds like you may have a dodgy wire in either your mic or your headset.
I sure hope not.
Or
It
something
seems
got
fine.
knocked.
Oh no, you know what it is? I think it's the connection you have to your headphones because she has like an OX going into a separate sound thing for her computer.
Gotcha.
And that would be a little dodgy sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's not happened before. It was just, it sounded like one of you was being electrocuted, and I did have a moment.
Oh,
Fingers crossed it won't happen again.
sorry.
No, it's fine. So I was concerned, not annoyed. Dropping dead is not an acceptable way of getting out of one of my games.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty effective one.
Yeah. In combat, by the way, Chrono, and to answer your question, you have to beat the defense of the defender wins on the tie. In an opposed skill check, however, it's an equal to.
Right, okay.
It's just they set the difficulty. So, it's faint, and if you hadn't been explicitly looking and holding your breath, you wouldn't have heard it. But you hear what could be the scrape of a slipper on the floorboard above.
Sure. I swing the crossbow to point in the direction that I hear the sound.
Okay. Now I have to check which crossbow you're using.
Just an ordinary crossbow.
Yeah, but they still do 4d6. Actually,
Yeah.
that's going to do a number on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, 4d6 plus 2 is
Yeah.
the damage.
You want a dwarven crossbow? 5d6.
No, this is just what I use to threaten people who walk through the door and
Hang on. Buy something or else.
It's always good to have like a shotgun underneath the counter. I always have the crossbow.
it's not like I have no points in crossbow. I'm purely working off dex. I'm my primary weapon is a poniard.
Yeah. You're a stabby person.
Yeah.
Okay, Nell.
Mm,
Make me an
do we
awareness check,
have,
please.
Oh. That is CD10. What is my awareness? Let's. 19.
Right. You start walking, because that's what you said you were doing. Start walking
Yeah.
towards the shop proper to approach where Loic is, not Leoric, that's someone else altogether. Loic is now aiming his crossbow at the ceiling. Maybe he saw a spider or something, I don't know. It's I consider that a perfectly valid reaction to a spider, to be honest. I have used a sword on one once. It was on my ceiling, I couldn't reach. In my defence, my long sword did. This is dedication for you. I don't like spiders. So, as you are heading through the back door, you hear very faintly click and then a tiny, tiny creak, as of maybe shifting weight on wood. and it is to your right, which is the door to the cellar.
The cellar, okay.
Oh.
Do we have shields hanging on the wall, like for sale and stuff?
You have them in the window.
Is that within arm's reach for me, or would I have to move?
No, it's a move. It would be
how
more
much
of a
do we
move.
Is it two steps? Or
You've
is
only
it...
come a couple of meters, so you can carry on that movement to the front of the store.
Because what I would want to do, and I would fully accept if it's not possible, I would want to like grab a shield and position myself like between, like, to shield from whatever would come through that basement entrance.
Well, the awareness check was passive, so that was fine. Your movement, it has to be done in one go, so you can keep going to the front of the store. You can just basically, instead of going over to check what Loic's doing, you can carry on to the displays. You're going to have probably the equivalent of the dressmakers' dummies with armour and weapons mounted on them for best effect. So it'll be grabbing one of those, one of the shields from there. So that would be your first action. So you'd have your move, that would be your first action, and then you wouldn't be able to move again, but you could reposition, you could turn and basically ready yourself.
I'm assuming the space isn't that big anyway, so it doesn't matter that
It's
much.
not massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not massive.
Do we have a map of the store? Should we really?
Not yet, but we're going to.
Yeah, I was thinking I would really need to get a map.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will
Yeah, 'cause
either...
if
I'll either hit up CC, or I will
Where-
buy Fishy a large amount of coffee and some alcohol.
if I'm positioning myself like to defend from whatever could come from the cellar, how am I in relation to the attic space where Loic is sitting?
The upstairs, because you've got Scotland,
Alright.
you've got the first floor.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where he's aiming. He is aiming at the ceiling. The stairs are off to... Now you're looking back at where you were.
Oh, right,
The stairs are off to your right, behind the counter.
But in positioning myself to defend against the cellar, am I putting my back towards the staircase?
No, your right-hand side is towards the staircase.
All right. Yeah. Then I'll do the cellar thing.
Okay.
Do I have time to say anything?
Yeah, you can put as many words in as you can get into 5 seconds.
I think someone's in the cellar.
Okay, that covers it.
Yep, that was like 2.
That was Mississippi 1. I mean, that was 1.
Loic's face like becomes very drawn as he glances at the cellar door as well.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. And suddenly, they're playing aliens. I don't know what's going on.
He's suddenly concerned that somebody was able to get into the cellar while they were. Oh no, we've got a secret passage down there that we're going to need to find.
We need to do things. we need to do. We have
so many issues.
We have a criminality station in our shop. We have termites in the.
Most people have to deal with rats. We've got low down dirty rats.
And we got piglets.
You've got piglets, yeah.
We need to get the exterminators in again. We've got piglets in the cellar. Right.
Cellar piglets on the roof.
Orban ran inside, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. Okay.
She lied.
No, it's fine. It's not Orban's action.
So by the end of this, we're going to have only 2 adults left. You have to do and 1 baby.
Well, you reckon all the others are going to turn up in people's beds?
Yeah, just parts of them. Yeah.
Wake up with an aardvark head in your pillow. I've just
Like
so...
the mafia send each other fish through the post.
You see, I just really wish that the DMCA takedowns weren't so bad. I so want the Godfather music playing over this whole session. Right.
Such a pain today, isn't it?
because he loves his you.
No, he doesn't. It's just being a pain.
No, he just knows you've been in a bad mood and is trying to make your day worse.
No, he's just being a pain.
Oh.
Did you have to remove 5 ticks from him today?
No.
Then you're good. Then you're good.
You're all bad.
There are worse cats.
Worst life. Come on, dude.
Are the aardvarks single use only? Do you think they explode after you... The aardvarks, this isn't worms. We're not talking the sheep bomb.
Yeah, single-use disposable aardvark.
You missed the worms joke before. I am upset at myself.
Okay, right, okay. Where am I? So that's what they've done. Okay. Are you in the habit of little boys running in and yelling at you?
I've got to find the voice now.
Yeah, you see, I'm being nice.
No, I haven't got to find the voice till my initiative. I've got some time.
Yeah. Yep, that whatever happened before, that's happening again. Yep, that's Monty.
That was definitely Monty.
It
Yeah.
did again?
It did it again.
I'm not, I mean, it's obviously me because I'm not hearing anything, but is it...
It sounds a little bit like sparking, which does concern me, I will say.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
worry if you...
If you've ever watched a cop TV show, it sounds like when they let loose with the taser.
Yes!
What the fuck?
Are you keeping somebody just off camera? You occasionally have to save them.
What the... Oh, God.
Have you finally decided to electrocute your brother? Is that what's going on?
No.
No court would convict.
Your X, if that's the one going into your little radio thing next to the computer, if that's the one causing issues.
Don't know.
Because that wasn't... From what I remember of his setup, that's the main contender I can think of.
The
From
what?
having, you know, because your headphones connect to the little...
Yeah, I got my little remote thingy.
Yeah. To check the, like, just unplug them and replug it again, probably. Could be that one.
Did that do anything for the similar noises or whatever?
The thing is, unfortunately, it's not happening constantly. It's just every now and
Yeah.
then. And it's only happened twice so far.
But it
So-
shouldn't be the headset though, because that's not giving any input feedback.
No, but sometimes when... I don't know. No computers, I don't know why I'm trying.
Okay. So, yes.
Having
Yeah,
said, actually, I don't have to respond until my initiative. I'm not in the initiative order yet. am I?
You're not, no. So you can, if you wish, give...
I just work the door, right?
Oh. So does this mean that that's that staff?
That's a little unclear at the moment, isn't it?
Ah, run along,
is a-
little
This
boy.
is a time of, what's the word they said? We're under new management, right? And things have changed a little.
Right, okay. That's fine. I suppose it's understandable how, I suppose new staff don't know what they're doing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Orban basically does have the world's most pathetic beard, doesn't he, for a dwarf? Which I believe is the case. Yeah.
Couldn't find the tab.
No, it's fine.
I was
I thought
alt
Spud's mic had
tabbing
gone.
aggressively trying to find the correct tab
Yes.
so I could turn the microphone back on. Yeah, he has like... He genuinely keeps it shaved because if he tries to grow it, it looks like a teenage boy beard. Like, he
Right.
just can't grow a good beard.
Fair enough.
It's basically me up to the age of about 30.
Yes! Coming through in 3 patches that aren't symmetrical.
You know what? I expect
Half of it
photographic
red.
evidence.
Yes! And there, yeah, the red was very, very noticeable on you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
My
thank you.
grandfather was redheaded. The only place it ever came to on me was in my beard.
Yep. But then it faded out, and that's the bit that went grey.
And then, yeah, that bit went grey for us. So,
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, the guy who's drinking with Blake looks dismissively and patronisingly at Orban. Basically refers to him as a child. As you stand there with an aardvark under your arm. That's never not going to be funny to
He has
me.
the uninterested look of someone who is 54 goddamn years old, looking at someone who's probably half his age.
Yes. Okay. So, Pinky.
Was also looking very panicked.
Okay. Yes, don't give me shit. I was annoying your parents.
That's the best thing. I was annoying your parents.
Yes.
Back when you were no more.
Then an unfortunate glass of Prosecco.
I'd been better at it, you'd never even been born.
Okay. So, Hadovir, you are being approached by a large beefy chap in big boots.
So that's
Who-
beefy chat with big boobs, did you say?
Boots.
Oh, boots,
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the... You know, it might be just big workouts. You know, you might just be drinking too much soy milk. You know, it's hard to tell. But a guy in Gambeson and packing a glint of brass at his hands.
I shall stand to my full height and breadth,
Uh-huh.
point at the crossbow bolt sticking out of my arm.
Yep.
He were on roof, and he went that way. If you hurry, you might catch him.
You're standing... You're not in robes or anything, are you? And you don't have
Nope.
your staff.
Standard outdoorsman gear, no staff.
Okay.
To all intents and purposes, look like someone that would be very at home in the wilds outside the city.
Yeah. Okay. He points at you, stops about 10 feet away, points at you. I saw him! I saw him! He casts spells!
I've got a fucking crossbow bolt in my arm. I'm holding on to an aardvark. What fucking spell could I cast?
He draws back his left hand.
And don't witches have like hoods and staves and things?
Draws back his left hand. And you don't need an awareness check to see in his left hand there is a grey stone. Apparently he came equipped for a stoning,
Yeah.
but he also only gets one action
Some
per
people just
turn.
keep rocks in their pocket, just in case there's someone they can throw it at.
Let he who is in the pay of Sebastian Bohr cast the first spell.
Oh, so it was a joke, she said, casting away the large rock.
Ouch.
If I get another line, I'm happy to retort. But if all I get is the vision, then fair enough.
Yeah. You get the visual quite strongly of this guy is about to lob a rock at your head.
Pepper Jew, sick him.
Oh, that's genius.
Yes!
And I shall look for the nearest
Oh, can we
thing
just
I can
end
grab
this?
that will double as a quarter staff.
Can we just
Hold
end
that.
this session there? I don't think we can go any. I think it's
This is
Right,
Hadovir's
I'm
session.
owning this session.
Yeah, it is. It's Hadovir's session. This is just the rest of you just playing in it. This.
Yeah.
Suddenly a pair of sunglasses just appear on Hadov's face, making her so much
Look at
closer.
He definitely needs an explosion to walk away from.
Yes. Nearly had that
Granted
yesterday.
one, yeah.
Well, yeah. Nearly had that yesterday. Okay.
The shop behind him explodes. Sunglasses appear from nowhere, and the Pepper Jew also gets sunglasses from nowhere.
Yes. Oh no, that would be like those baby sunglasses, the ones that are on headbands that go all the way round.
Yes, it's also bright pink. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Why'd
now,
you do that to
now
me?
I've got the image of an aardvark in biker leathers.
Thank you. Thank you for that image. Thank you for that thing of
And use your
beauty.
clothes, your glasses, and your aardvark.
Okay. Right. Hang on one sec. Still 5, huh? That is... Oh, shit. Oh. Fish, would you like to roll me a d10?
I think we can. That would be a 6.
Giving you a total of 20. No, it doesn't. Gives you a total of 21. Take it back. Your base of 5 awareness, plus the 10 I just rolled. Plus you got to roll the explosion. You needed an explosion to walk away from.
Yeah, there we are.
There you go.
Who were we rolling for, by the way?
That's Blake.
That's Blake. Okay.
It's Blake, who has just rolled a 20 awareness, because I'm allowing passive awareness checks.
That's really impressive with Blake's pathetic awareness.
I know. That's why he hasn't made it so far. You hear above you the distinctive sound of a creaking floorboard.
Now, I am aware that everybody's out except me and Bernie.
Yep.
However, I'm also aware that the inn has a silent partner who nobody seems to see coming or going. So
Indeed.
for all I know, that's who's upstairs.
Could be. Moving on to Hadovir's turn, which Knight's just unfortunately gone for. However, since I can just do Orban, and that's absolutely fine. Orban, what is his base awareness? So stat plus skill. Hello?
Spud.
Spud?
You're still muted, I think.
Oh! It's an 8.
8. Base of 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I have absolutely been talking whilst muted.
Oops.
We've all done it.
We've all done it, mate. Okay. Spud, you can hear very faintly the sound of a creaking floorboard above you.
Okay. Look up to it in panic and then like, get Blake and just sort of try and drag him away from the customers.
He is on the other side of the counter. You're still on the the kitchen side of the counter. Which actually, I'm in the right map.
And
If
I
you
have to hop up over the counter.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm gonna do a pull-up to get myself over the counter and tell him.
You're not that short.
It's designed for humans, presumably.
It is, yes.
You at the very least got to like get your arms pushed up and like lean right in.
Okay, it is going to be an athletics check.
Okay. I love giving myself reason to roll athletics.
Yeah. Because you're doing this one-handed.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Well,
basically going to have to breakdance move across the counter.
No, you do the thing where you run at it and then leap like they do in cop movies across the top
Yes!
of cars.
Yeah, you're just trying to slide across it, aren't you? As Bernie staggers off to one side going, what?
Yeah, I got a 23.
Not a problem, yes. You even managed to avoid kicking over the second tray that she whips out from your under your flying feet. And there is a squeak from your left arm.
He's having the best time.
Baby is having an astounding time.
It's learning like the importance of adrenaline. Like this is just good for its fighting career. This is going to be the best fighting aardvark ever.
Trained for the Steven lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
We're
like,
moving on
like,
from fighting aardvarks to thieving aardvarks now,
you'll
yeah.
have like a pet monkey or a pet ferret or something small.
Yeah.
Next-
I have an aardvark.
Next step will be clerical aardvarks. Then we'll try for wizardly aardvarks.
God.
Oh, just Sebastian Bohr going. Sebastian Bohr going. I have assassins, yes, but we have an aardvark.
Yeah, aardvark.
Great.
And when they all run away, we'll have rogue aardvarks. Why is pronouncing aardvark so confusing for me?
It's
Aardvark.
aardvark. It's weird.
It's a
Aardvark.
weird
I
word.
don't know why. I
It's-
can't speak. I am speaking like this when I say aardvark.
Oh,
I don't know
are we
why.
just going to be super Swedish for the rest of the
An
session?
aardvark.
Weirdly, that was slipping into Irish.
No, this is how proper Swedes speak.
Don't you want an aardvark?
Don't you want a proper aardvark in your
Oh my
party?
god, I'm role playing with an IKEA catalogue.
And here behind you see me, I see a good Billys. Don't forget now, we also have the Bror.
Blåhaj!
Blåhaj.
I'm scared how many things in IKEA are just called chair.
No!
Bookcase.
It's called weird things. Oh, God.
Although the toy shark is apparently just called shark because it is blowhive, which is why someone got the username from. And then they found out what it was and went, oh. Because they saw it in IKEA and assumed it was exotic. No.
But like all of them usually somehow relates to things they
Yeah.
are. Like sometimes it would be like a little, sometimes it would be like a little bit clever. Like the candle would be called smell or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Anyway,
So, yes, Orban vaults across.
Vault across the counter, drag Blake down to level with his ear.
Right, that's 3 stamina because that's 2 actions.
Okay, is that 2 actions?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. And
Because I'm sorry, I'm not allowing the move. That to count as your move.
Get an assassin on the rope.
There's a song there. It's
I was
Assassin on
thank
the
you.
roof, that is everyone.
So if there's any response, please do it quickly. I have to run to the bathroom.
Okay, so Blake is grabbed and said, "There's
Don't
an
like
assassin
that.
on the roof." Is Blake saying anything?
Sorry, I got distracted there.
Blake's just been grabbed by Orban. Has just vaulted Starsky and Hutch style across the counter, and he has grabbed you and said, "There's an assassin on the roof."
Pulled you down so we could sort of whisper shout it into your ear where the customer can't hear it.
I think it's more along the lines of
Um,
climbing him, surely, because Blake's a lot stronger than Orban.
Okay, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to finish up your drink because it seems we're going to be closing for a while.
Okay. Right, so you can then head off because that was your action. So if you need to go to the
boys' room.
you need to go to a buy a break.
Go to powder your nose.
Yes. Men's Hugo, you've been in very different men's rooms to the ones I've been in. I'd just like to point out doing health and safety assessments in general.
We don't judge here.
Yeah. Yes. I was always way more careful doing it walking, but I knocked multiple times before walking in. Right, so would Blake like to roll me initiative, please? Because you're now going into the order.
Now get to the initiative. Okay.
He now goes on to the tracker.
That is an initiative of 15.
Oh. Okie dokie.
I've gone into the tracker since I used the button in the combat.
Blake was already in the tracker, fortunately. He was just on
the
an...
initiative in the tracker will now be 15.
Yep,
thank you,
it's-
worked and updated, good.
Yep, it shifted him up to the top.
Haven't got the tracker open, so-
No, that's fine. It's actually quite nice. I'm glad that nobody else has got the tracker open because, you know, I've kind of named everybody.
Well, you can toggle people's visibility, you know.
Well, that's the thing, because I have it open
Yeah.
and I can't see anyone other than us.
You can only see you guys.
Correct.
I thought I had it...
NPCs,
Yeah,
I believe when you put them in, NPCs default to invisible until you actually
yeah.
make them.
I thought you had... I thought I got it set to item not identified, which is where they're hidden from you. But I was just having a moment because, of course, I wasn't 100% on this. However, what I will do is on the other window. Where does the combat tracker live if you're a PC?
It's at the top right-hand corner.
Oh, yeah.
The double sword, so.
That's it. Sorry, I know where to find it as the GM. I just had a total moment.
She's got more buttons over there, isn't she?
Yeah, I have. Oh no, now is not a good time to decide that you need to update Windows.
No.
No. No, bad.
Very bad.
No, don't do it. Okay. Sorry.
Now I can see that my fan is being picked up because he has changed batteries in it.
Yeah. Okay. And mute server. Right. No, I just had to click through several. Do you want to restart Windows now? No.
Not really.
No, not so much. Right, so we are on. Let's go back to the right window for me. My God. I've just gone from like 2 things on the window to looks like an 80s video with hackers. Okay, where everyone had a 60. Why did you always have 6 windows open with DOS in when hackers were going? Why? All running just repeated code. So.
That's how hackers, right?
Yes.
You look
Like,
at
look,
something and
open
you
up
slam the
6
keyboard
windows.
and say I'm in.
Yeah. Yes,
He doesn't
exactly.
need to start yelling at you for having 6 windows open.
Double click on yes. Okay, so that was Orban. However, we will now get back to Hadovir since Night is back. So, Hadovir, you've got Guy with stone and something on his right hand.
Which I'm assuming at this point is probably a knuckle duster.
Could well be. Who is about to lump off at you. You've got somebody not far behind him as well, who also came running down the road towards you. What are you going to do?
Well,
You did say sick him.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's see
Pepper
how
Dew,
good a
sick him.
relationship you have built up with Pepper Dew.
Oh, fuck.
Now, there's a sentence I'd never expected to have to say.
Me neither.
How much does the aardvark like you?
I have no idea.
Right, so we don't have animal handling.
I think we discussed this last time,
Yeah.
didn't we? Did we put it
yeah.
under wilderness survival or something?
I think we
like that?
did lump it under wilderness survival last time.
Well, in that case, I
Um,
might be okay.
yeah, because it's not monster law. That would be knowing how to kill an aardvark.
I mean, you're going to call an aardvark a monster. Look at that face.
And you're not really going to use persuasion on it because that's
If we're
really
doing
that's
wilderness
human
survival.
persuasion.
Wilderness survival, but based on empathy, which I think is how we did it last time.
I'm so happy with that.
Yeah, because it is, you know, how much of a bond have you built up doing your Tarzan bit.
29.
Oh, bloody Nora.
Yeah, so the mage who spends his time in the wilderness
Yeah, fair.
has a high empathy and a reasonable wilderness survival.
Yep.
And had an exploding D10.
And had an exploding D10. Boom. Boom, shake, shake, shake. The villain. Right. Pepperdew snuffles and then goes, and the lead is yanked from your hand before you even get a chance to drop it.
Sick him. There was no attempt to hold the lead.
Yeah. As the claws on his the cyberware, the metallic claws on his feet latch into the cobbles, and he springs forward with a surprising turn of speed, to be honest, slamming straight at, and I cannot believe I've actually got to go to the page I've got open. Because this is aardvark versus aardvark fighting. This is not aardvark versus people fighting. However,
Once again, just want to remind people, drunk teddy bears.
okay,
Drunk
so
teddy bears.
yep. So skill. That's going to be melee because it's got the claws. So that's plus 10.
Does the guy have to roll surprise because he's being attacked by an aardvark?
It's probably on the list.
I would like to think so.
Yeah. Melee is a dexterity. No, it's a reflex skill. So that's 13 base attack. Trained aardvarks, don't mess with them, mate. So that's a total of 17. I am going to give the guy a will roll, specifically a courage check. Otherwise, he's going to stand there going, "What?
What the hell just happened?
Oh, what the fuck?" Thank you, Alexia. We're having a what the hell check.
Absolutely no fight. Go pepper juice.
Oh, is he not courageous
I'm
enough to
hoping
know
he's won it and he's just
to
gone,
run?
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Would anyone like to roll me a d10 and because I don't trust myself
You want
to
it to be
see
low,
how
that's
far
what I can
his courage check explodes downwards?
Shall I? There we go. 7.
7.
Okay,
Oh, 7.
that's fine. That's fine. They may have a very good courage anyway. It's got a 7 skill. Okay, so it is basically just his will. So his roll was 4. That's not going to cut it. Okay, so
You're going to flee from your demonic aardvark familiar.
no, he's not running, but he is standing there going, "What?"
I have no I have no idea what's coming at me, therefore I have no
Hey, look,
defense.
404. Aardvark not found.
Unexpected aardvark in the bagging area.
Yeah.
It's just blue screening. It's
I
all
don't think
I'm
it's going to be in the bagging area.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought that, Chrono. Thank you.
Unfortunately, these things can stand on their hind legs about a metre high, and they have claws. And oh
You'll put
no!
him in the bag area. if
It's
you know what I
doing the
mean.
punch bag routine, isn't it?
Drunk teddy bears.
Okay, so that was. Oh my god! How
Oh,
much
no.
damage do they
No.
do?
That's now put me in mind of like the gummy bears, you know, it's like bouncing here and there and there, with except that aardvark with 4.
Okay,
Oh, no.
okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay,
Grim
so
Dark
it's fine.
Fantasy.
Only does a d6. Yeah, but it gets +2 because I already decided that because of the metal on the claws. Hence, he normally wears boxing gloves, the little leatherette covers. Right, so he's doing a d6 +2 damage to the guy. Someone want to roll me a d10, please?
Sure.
Happy to do so.
Whichever comes first.
6.
3.
I'll tell you what, Chrono,
Which
you
one
did
do
the
you
first
want?
one. Did you say 3 fish? That 19.
I
I
didn't
said
say
6.
You said 6. Okay. I will gloss over how, but it's the best roll you could have got.
Did it leap up and claw him in the face or something?
No, it just got him in the left arm,
Damn those left arms.
where
I'll
he
take
was
that.
about to
That's where the
stone
stone
you.
was.
He responded to the oncoming aardvark and attempted to push it
So
aside.
well,
That's putting his arm in the line of fire.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh no!
Has it torn his arm off?
It critted.
Yay.
Yes.
I would worry too much about this. Guy is pretty harmless.
Go,
Going to
Pepper
single-handedly save us from the entire gang.
Excuse me. Excuse me while I just go and check this. Beat defense by shit.
Battle Arbok actually become a serious asset.
It rolled a 17. Because he felled up, he only got 4 because he only got basically his will. The roll knocked out his stat, his base.
Oh, heck.
Just headed to the crit tables.
Is this in a similar vein to when one of Kakiki's ferrets killed
Yes!
the guy in the water?
Right. I'm not going to let Knight roll it. I'm going to let somebody else roll it.
I can roll it.
Yeah.
But if you wish to, I need 2d6 in fact.
2d6.
You're rolling on the difficult critical table.
There we go.
What'd you get?
Sorry,
I've got... So 6. Oh.
Did his arm actually come off?
Well, the thing is that when you roll a critical, it supersedes anything you may have rolled on the hit location. Basically, you don't bother with the hit location because each critical has its own effect.
Okay.
6 is the lowest result that will actually get you anything on the a crit table, or at least on this crit table, because 6 to 8. Mm-hmm. Sucking chest wound. The wound tears your lungs, which fills your chest with air, crushing organs. You take -3 to body and speed. You also start suffocating.
You've launched an aardvark at him and given him a pneumothorax.
Yeah! He's taken a bonus. So in addition to the 8 points I was doing anyway, he's taken a bonus 15 points of critical damage.
Dondric is a monster.
Now his armour isn't that good, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Basically, Pepperdew has just leapt at him, embedded the claws in, and just gone like that.
Oh my, jeez.
Okay, so what we just saw right now was a Mortal Kombat fatality. But it's a freaking aardvark.
He's not dead, but he is suffocating, and excuse me while I go to the effects table. Suffocation. Your access to air has been cut off and you're choking to death. Every round you take 3 damage, which armour does not negate. Depending on your situation, there are different ways to end this suffocation. Restoring your air supply, surfacing from water or escaping a chokehold, etc. ends this effect.
I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Oh my god.
Except he's on 0 hit points now because that basically flattened his hit points.
Can I walk up to his gasping for breath corpse and whisper very closely in his ear, "If I were a witch, maybe I could heal you."
Oh my god. Oh.
You know, there are some game sessions that a GM just lives for. Oh my god. Indeed. And people laughed at Aardvark fighting.
I don't think you even expected this, so don't lie to me. Come on.
To be fair, this is also the result of Drut dice. So.
I didn't even crit. It was just literally he rolled pretty well.
Well, it was a crit failure, but yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't a critical hit. I didn't. The Aardvark did not explode.
His chest did, the aardvark didn't.
Exploding aardvarks, soon a game on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
God.
So yes.
No, this is literally the sheep from Worms. But an aardvark.
Okay, so Pinky.
God.
Oh dearie me. So hang on. Let's just adjust that down.
Just some random, like, I couldn't even tell if that was like just a random peasant we just killed.
Oh, hang on,
I think
sorry,
we
that was
killed a
on.
random dude.
I mean, he did want to lynch Hadovir.
He was already armed with a
He was already
stone.
on.
He was obviously a thug.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, he was on with a rock and you were on with an aardvark, so...
Yeah, look, if you attack someone armed with an aardvark, I don't know what you
Yeah.
expect.
So we.
Rock, paper, aardvark.
Yeah, just this is
So
introducing.
Aardvark beats rock. We now know that.
We replaced Orc with Aardvark.
Yeah.
But what would the hand sign be for aardvark? in
Rock,
this?
paper, aardvark. I don't know. Yeah.
Did you just actually say rock, paper, aardvark at me? In all seriousness.
It shouldn't be rock, paper,
Yes.
aardvark, though, should it? It should be rock, aardvark, scissors, because aardvark
Yeah.
beats paper.
Yeah.
Beats rock, even. We just
Yeah.
established that. But presumably, scissors beat aardvark. We don't know.
Wait. Is the order of rock, paper, scissors... Wait. No, rock...
It's not the same as Swedish.
No,
as
I know
in
it's not the same as Swedish. I'm trying to decide why.
Ah. You could just have rock, paper, scissors, aardvark. Because the aardvark just presumably beats all of it.
Do we have to have
Well, it's
lizard
not
pox,
like
though, if we do that?
Yeah.
Dynamite. I've got dynamite.
Right.
No, you don't.
Me and my sister used to do the thing where we did rock, paper, and then pushed each other's faces and said, I don't know the English word for it, it's a sugepropp. Yeah. Thank you.
Orban. It's Orban's go.
Or hasn't Orban already had his turn?
Oh yes, no, sorry, we skipped through to Orban. Oh my god, it's Perky's turn. Right. You've taken down
Perky,
Pinky.
the person we just...
You killed...
Perky's the one that was following up with what girl we just killed, I think.
No, but yeah. You killed Pinky and Perky was charging up behind him with the intent of doing you a certain amount of damage.
Sorry, I managed to translate my joke. Can I just quickly say it again?
Go for it.
Rock, paper, suction cup, and we would suck each other's faces with the hand. Anyway.
Ouch. Oh my god. Rock, paper, peppered you.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Aww.
Yep.
Okay. So, Perky is looking in abject horror at the beast that has just dismantled his friend's chest as his breath rattles out along with the air that's coming through his rib cage.
As a long pink tongue just sweeps round and lifts up.
Yeah, you're gonna have issues
Covered in
with
blood.
feeding Pepperdew in future. Right, and he just...
Tasted human flesh.
Yep. Let's give him a courage check. Yes, he makes it. Fucking hell! And he swings his right hand at Hadovir. Because what's he going to do? Attack that? No. It's a witch's familiar.
If I were a fucking witch, I'd have cast a fucking spell.
Right.
Well, not that familiar. He's obviously not
Yeah.
not au fait with what it does to people.
Yeah. Alright, he is going to attempt to punch you.
And I'm looking to see what I can possibly do to not be hit by a punch.
Okay, a dodge or reposition, or you can use any weapons you have or any
I've
brawling
only used the
skill.
one weapon I've got because that was the
Or you,
Weapon, it was an aardvark.
I block on the aardvark.
yeah.
What is... How does a reposition work?
Reposition, you can move up to half your speed in meters, and it's basically, you know, the Witcher 3 shoulder roll to get out of the way.
Yeah.
The flash
Yeah,
version
that's-
is the rolling out of the way. The less flash version is the scooting backwards so that you can't reach it.
Yeah. Dodging is that. Reposition is roll and gone. That's how you get around behind people and things like that. How you get out of flanking. But
And what are the grappling rules?
there's always one. Actually, not terrible because we've used them before. I
The
just
age
have
old
to
don't
question for
remember.
any role-playing system.
Yes. How are the grappling rules then, children? Right. Hang on.
Basically, Hadovir's a sort of big burly bloke. He's not that quick, but he's got a fair amount of heft to him.
Yeah, he's a big tough man with a big
The
tough
grappling rules
plan.
worked well enough for me to pick somebody up and throw them out of the window.
Yeah,
So
we have brawling and wrestling. You may wind up in the midst of combat unarmed. In this case, you'll be brawling. So,
Or you may just have a drop on with the person.
or you may just have a strop on. Grapple. You can roll to grab hold of a target. This is done on brawling.
Right, it's brawling. Okay, so it's reflex, or is that on?
It's reflex, yeah.
Okay.
Unless somebody knows different.
In which case, I'm going to dodge.
Isn't. Hang on a sec. Yeah, brawling is reflex. I know I went to all the trouble of looking it up.
It's okay. I'll have an attack to come. I don't think I could grapple as a counter or anything. So, I mean, technically,
True.
I've done judo. I know that's how it works. But
Yeah. But no, this will
this
be...
is just get the heck out of the way.
you
hoping.
could attempt to parry with your arm, but it depends on what he's doing.
I'm hoping
Okay.
that I can, as a dodge, effectively just sidestep as he's charging through, which means that at some point I can make an attack and just help him on the way,
Okay.
using my heft to get him everywhere.
Right, let me just head to defences. Dodging. By moving slightly out of the way, you can dodge an incoming attack. Dodging requires a dodge escape roll against your opponent's attack roll.
We've gone from throwing people out of windows onto the street to throwing people on the street.
Yeah.
Just
13.
removing the window from the equation at all and just throwing them on the street directly.
6, that's actually 12... 18.
Ooh, shit.
He has lumped you. And he's doing... I want to say 2d6. But I could be wrong. Apparently these guys never punch. Yes, they do, you know. Hate to have to break it to you. Yes, you bleeding do. Man. So yeah, doing 2d6. Oh. So 6 points of damage coming at you. If you have any armour, deduct that.
I do. Unlike Dagrid, Hadovir wears armour. He's expecting people to have a gun.
And he hits you on the 8, which is the... Come here. The 8 is the right leg.
Cool, that's not where I got hit last time, so the armor's still fully intact.
Okay.
I'm just looking to see where the armor is on the character, because I can't remember.
Under combat?
Yeah.
There
Should
we go.
be.
Yep.
What armour do you wear?
So that is padded trousers, SP5. So I'm taking 1 point of that.
You're taking the point of damage and knock down the damage resistance of your trousers. So you now only have 4 on that location. Is basically he's using knuckle duster and he's just torn a small hole. But it's negligible. So, oh God. In chat, somebody feel free to explain to Jory what she's missed.
I was trying to, but the cat had trodden on my caps lock, so I just actually said,
Blake is now Blake of Carafona, according to the combat tracker.
I own a cat.
Leave it like that. It sounds perfect.
Yes, you have cat arg. Castle R. Oh dear. Does your grandmother smell of elderberries?
I mean, well, care can translate as castle or or guard post. Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I just lost the plot there. That was Perky.
I think we lost the plot at the point that Pepperdew decided to completely eviscerate Pinky.
I'm not sure we ever found the plot in the first place.
No, the plot has been chasing us. We haven't really.
We've been putting up armor against the plot.
Right, Dondric.
Right.
After all else is finished and everyone else has packed up and gone home, it's Dondric's initiative.
Tell me something. I want to enter the store. And I...
You're
okay.
welcome.
So, yes, I enter the store. Welcome. I see one of my colleagues is pointing his crossbow up towards the stair,
Yep.
and the other one is trying to defend against the cellar. So I just kind of stand there in the middle of everything, not quite sure where I go into this equation.
Okay.
Can I do a passive awareness check to see
Yeah.
if I hear anything else?
You can
Uh,
listen and see what's what.
Yeah, if I can realize the threat. Come on,
Okay.
guys. Well, it's better.
I know what the two people you are dealing with rolled. So
Awareness is just intelligence. That's 10.
see if you had any criminals around here,
Hmm.
you'd be far better off actually.
Yeah.
So you can't hear anything other than the thrumming of the blood in your ears.
Yeah.
With that roll, unfortunately.
Right. If I take a quick peek out of the windows, do I see anything weird going? Like if I just when walking past, just do a quick glance over, do I see anything weird going on from
No.
there?
No.
Okay, cool. How this staircase going down?
There is a cellar door
Yeah.
to your right hand side, and it's closed.
And Nell is standing in front of it, or
Nell is orientated towards it, but couldn't move back over to it on her last go.
right? Can I go up towards it? Do I have enough movement? Or
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going.
That can be your movement, yeah.
Yeah, mace in hand. I'm going to go up towards and just like position myself against the wall next to it,
Okay.
and just kind of be ready if it opens or whatever. And can I? I think we've gone through this before. Are anything such as like a ready action or like spending an action to ready myself to either attack or defend myself or something like that?
Yes, but you can only do it to the end of the turn, and you're the last person in this turn.
So, yeah, I'm
Not
going
really.
to stand here then.
Yeah.
And be in the way, so when someone breaks down the door, I'll die first. As if my lot in life. As the unluckiest character in the game.
We thank you for your noble sacrifice. And
You're
your death will
welcome.
be commemorated.
I think, yeah, the person with the permanent lowered hit points. Let's go.
We'll name an aardvark after you.
Thank
Yeah.
you, that's all I want. Dondric, my lad, is fighting Aardvark.
The place on the sign where your name is just going to have to be crossed out.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay, Heamus, you can hear yelling from outside. It sounds like Hadovir's shouting at someone. But it could be like old man shouts at clouds, you know.
I don't think there's something a spot of bother out there, but you know, I'm engaged in some very important business right now.
Well, you know, you said you didn't want, you didn't think you'd be up to much because you're a bit knackered. I thought
I mean,
that
to be honest,
keeping...
if I was more committed to the aardvark, I'd want to go and see what was going on with that. But Heamus still really isn't sure about this whole aardvark business.
she hasn't witnessed the murder this not but in that case it might have been
The murder vark.
Murdervark.
Murder
No,
vark.
And
That's not-
ends round 2 of combat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah I budgeted basically for a
Yeah,
large
I-
chunk of this session being combats. This is why I prepped for it. I know, radical concept, me prepping.
I like the idea of sending
We-
Aardvarks as trained killers. Just so you open the door and there's an Aardvark there, you go, what? And then your throat is gone.
Or your lungs.
So Hadovir has heavily damaged a building and caused an aardvark to kill somebody, and half a minute roughly. This is
Yeah.
taken.
No. The building was out of initiative order, so the
Yeah,
building
which
was
is why I'm
damaged,
saying
and then
half
there
a
was
minute.
then there were I suppose yes, yeah. Apparently everyone likes Heamus. Loic. Ding da 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 ding. Ding da 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 ding.
I think at this point I am going to hold my action
Okay.
until either movement from upstairs forces me to act, or something from the cellar because if the door opens first, that's a crossbow bolt to
Okay.
in that direction, or if anything, comes from above or moves from above, then
Yep.
it's a bolt in that direction.
Okay.
Well, assuming I can see someone, because I'm not just going to fire through the floor.
Okay. So you are waiting until you can see something.
Correct.
Okay.
And as we all know, Loic sees all.
Right, in that case, I'd like you to make me an awareness check, please.
If you see something, say something. And drink to forget. That is what I remember from Night Vale.
Quite. 24.
Jesus whipped.
I think they still
Memo,
don't-
send ninjas next time. Don't
Look,
just...
didn't you? The guys
nothing.
bouncing around on roofs.
None of my dice have exploded this week. It's like my dice are being more sensible.
Yeah. Which book? Just out of curiosity, Fish.
I'm trying to remember the title, and I've got to remember the title of the first book in the series. I can only remember the title of the second book in the series. Off the top of my head.
Fair enough. It's Heamus, as in Seamus.
Yeah.
So, that is going to give that. As Loic is the one who's on hyper alertness. What are the bases for Nell and Dondric again?
Awareness.
Yeah.
6.
6 and 14, I want to say?
13.
13.
13.
So, 10 for Dondric. And nearly, but not quite, for Nell. Loic. You can hear a creak, and you know your store well enough to know that that is the top of the stairs.
Right. Until I can see someone, I'm guessing I can't even see like a foot or anything like that. So.
No, it's dark up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is odd, because it wasn't, because you did have lanterns lit up there. Because you were up there and it's not particularly well lit.
Yeah.
It's now dark up there.
I'm not just going to fire into the darkness. I mean, I could, but...
I do have rules for human shields, just saying. I haven't had to use them yet, but I do have them.
No, I'm going to wait until I can actively see something or someone.
Okay.
So in this case, I my crossbow tracks to the top of the stairs, but doesn't fire. If the cellar door opens, then it will move and whack and fire.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So. You haven't seen him, you haven't seen him, you haven't seen him. Okay, that's fine. Blake. What you doing? Oh, that one. You lost.
What's the customer doing?
I think I'm going to stay and watch, because this all sounds terribly exciting.
Does sound like what you're PC.
That case, I'm going to take my lead from Bernie, because she's really, I mean, as bar staff, when the owners aren't here, she outranks me. So I just do the door. I throw out the people she tells me to throw out.
She looks at him and wrinkles her nose, and then just points. She points basically out, back, or up. That's her. Your choice.
I'll shake my head, step over behind the bar, retrieve my crossbow, and head up.
Okay. Right. So that's your actions.
Taking the time before I actually start climbing any stairs to put a foot in the stirrup, and
Load it.
I don't know that cock is the correct term for a crossbow rather than a
wind,
gun.
That's good
but-
enough.
Yeah, cocking and winding.
Well, yeah, I'm readying it. It hasn't
Yeah.
got a bolt in it yet, but pulling
Yeah.
the strings up, you know.
Yeah. That's fine.
Unlike firing a bow, cocking a crossbow is a close enough action. To
It's a valid thing, yeah. Yeah.
It is, the description does cover the action that is actually done. So unlike firing, where that's a really bad thing to do to your bow if you ever use it again.
Yeah, especially with all that varnish on, they tend to be really, really flammable.
Mm.
Okay, Nell.
Yes. I mean,
Loic is now aimed straight up the stairs with his crossbow. And you're poised.
and there's still no other sound from.
There's no further sound, no. Not that you can hear.
Well.
It's odd, you can hear the world outside going on, people passing, chatting, and inside all you can hear is ding 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 ding.
When I heard the thing coming from the cellar, did I hear it like from the actual cellar floor, or was it from the staircase up from the cellar?
The noise that you heard could have been the lock on the cellar door, because that's only just gone back up. It could have been somebody tripping the lock.
Yeah, and as in the cellar door, that's then the one that opens down to the cellar, nothing downstairs. Yeah. Then that does seem. Yep. Yeah. She's going to.
Dondric is standing up against the side of the cellar door.
I am trusting Loic with the crossbow. I'm going to walk slowly towards the cellar door. And
Okay.
does it open inwards or?
It opens downwards,
Okay.
so it opens onto the stairs.
Then I'm going to walk slowly and carefully, and then I'm going to grab the handle and then open it as fast and forcefully as I can to hopefully knock someone down.
Okay. So are you attempting to be quiet?
Yes.
Right, so movement is going to be your move. So one action to make it stealthy. So roll me a stealth check.
Yes. Let me see what my stealth may be. Math.
Versus their awareness.
That is nothing. What do I have in dex? That's half decent. That's 15.
Okay, I think you may have got away with it.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your.
But there's
Wooden floor.
Okay, so their awareness is +6.
we should never all these floors though, because this is the only thing telling us that the people attacking us. These floors
Basically, we make it even better. Like everything becomes a nightingale floor.
Yes, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Yeah. Let's get on that instead.
Everything is an alarm.
Right, and then 3 stamina to burn to get you the action of opening the door.
No problem.
Like, forget sneaking up to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That's never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
You hold it in.
We know where the safe spots are.
Yes! This is it.
We can't trust anything.
There is no safety, only Zool. No, wait, hang on.
Do I shove someone down the stairs? Do I?
Do you?
Will they meet the same fate as Uncle Willhelm?
You're shoving hard. Oh, nuts.
These are not so bad though, nuts.
You hear, "Ah!" and then you hear ka-thunk. Ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk. Tinkle.
Is it this little tiny foggy asshole again?
That's what I'm wondering, but
Hard to tell. I mean, you weren't really looking. It's black down there.
How solid were the thunks?
Oh, quite solid. Ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk.
Probably not then.
It
Tickle,
definitely
tinkle.
sounded like a person falling, right?
Yes, not hard.
Didn't it
Well,
sound
it was more lines of ka-thunk, oof, ka-thunk, oof, ka-thunk, oof, ka-thunk, oof, tinkle.
Yeah, but the yell.
Yeah, that was definitely a person. I wasn't an aardvark or anything. So.
But it's dark downstairs. I can't see anything.
Yep.
there are lamps on the wall going down.
Yeah.
But they will need to be lit.
Yes.
Yeah, but then now we know that there's someone there and they have fallen down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And can I still have some time to speak?
Yes.
Or who the fuck are you?
I was really hoping for hello. Have you fallen?
Nell has no charisma whatsoever. She
Hello?
doesn't know how to be even.
Have you suffered a workplace accident or wasn't your fault?
So that's why we have Loic.
Oh my god.
Serious game.
Oh,
I mean, in all
this
fairness, Nell is.
is.
Grimdark.
I mean, in all fairness, saying "Well, who the fuck are you?" is probably what Nell says to some customers
Yeah.
Fair enough.
if they come too far into the workshop.
Oh my god. No.
But yes, that is my turn, and I don't think there is anything else.
Okay, so moving to dear God. Right. Person who is out of sight. So
But
they're
not
going
out of mind.
okay. Right, I know what they're doing. That's fine. Nobody's in a position to detect them. Right. I know what he's doing. He's standing up. It's not the sound of great pain. It's more the sound of all the wind in my lungs is now in puffs above the
And
stairs.
hopefully disappointment in himself and embarrassment.
Could be worse. Could be killed by an aardvark.
Yeah. So you hear a scuttling. You hear a scuffling at the bottom of the stairs, Nell. And
Scuffling, like,
scuffle, like someone's getting their feet under them.
I just heard scuttling, and I was like, what?
I did say scuttling initially.
Scuttling.
I prefer the idea of scuttling. And that's
No, that would be that they'd opened, say, to Endriga Nest, and decided to send a load of 8-foot insectoid warriors up into your shop.
Oh, no, I was just thinking that suddenly he had spawned like 4 extra Legos scuttling up the wall. Like,
It's an option, but you know,
Spider legs is a D&D spell.
it's also. I think it's one of the possible mutations for a normal person who takes a Witcher mutagen. You can gain special abilities, but my god, if you're not a Witcher, don't even try it. So it's not worth it.
I didn't want to.
So you hear a scuffling and then footsteps heading deeper into the cellar.
run.
But my turn is over, so now
So,
Fine, I have 2 good legs.
You might need light first.
Yeah, it's fine. I know. Dondric knows that.
Yeah, that's true.
Orban, you're basically over where Blake was sitting at the table, aren't you? Because you walked over to him and grabbed him and pulled him down to your level.
I jumped.
So, the guy at the table. Sit down, young man. This is terribly good beer.
I think I'm probably twice your age.
Okay. But for one of you beardy types, you're quite a young man, aren't you? I'm not like most people. I don't mind dwarves at all. It's not like you're an elf.
Oh. Oh.
Orban just looks really nervously towards,
Bertie.
yeah.
Bernie is, she's gone a distinctly strange colour
Yeah,
and grabs the tray
Is
and
it
heads
red?
to the kitchen.
yeah.
Orban, what's your practice paranoia?
It's +6, I believe.
Would you like to roll it?
It's got 6 points in it. Yeah, it's got 6 points in it.
Roll it.
Oh!
No.
Oh! Hello.
shitting hell?
Folks, that is a 29. I rolled a 10.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Right.
You know every attack that's going to be made against you for the next month.
Okay, with that roll, Orban, you are getting conflicting signals. The hair on the back of your neck just stood up absolutely straight. If you had a beard, it would be bristling.
Like an angry little cat.
Because your shoulder, that little spot between your shoulder blades that you know is where you put a knife, just started tingling. But also, the guy in front of you, there is something wrong with his face.
What's wrong with his face? It's an expression.
It's not his. He's
It's
wearing a
not
mask.
his
There's...
Dominate.
Make me an awareness check. You're getting senses of danger, basically, from both behind you, in the direction of the kitchen,
17.
and also in front of you. 17, huh? Okay, let's give him a go.
Your spider sensitivity.
Yeah. That's practice paranoia. That's why it's good to be a criminal.
Yep. The only good thing about practice paranoia is that even if you fail the roll, you still get suspicion.
And when you ace the roll like that... Okay, so...
Paranoia if it's true.
Yeah. That's... 17 on this. Oh, no.
Oh no.
He got 16. Just added it up
Ooh.
twice. I was thinking, no, because I quite liked it. Oh, never mind. This close. This guy is wearing grease paint.
What would that
He's a
mean?
cosplayer.
Theatrical makeup.
Don't hug him. Don't hug him.
Whoever this person is, he does not look like he currently looks.
Like theater style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, have you introduced Dune to this? You've sent a face dancer in.
Is there any way to work out, like, if I've seen him before, like, behind the grease paint?
Unfortunately,
I think I'm running out of time here. 'Cause there's something behind.
if you blow a... on, it's not your turn, unfortunately. You got this as a passive roll because Patch's paranoia is a thing. And you rolled so well, I gave you that. But yeah, the guy in front of you is giving you distinctly bad vibes. And something is worrying you. Something has set you off from the kitchen's direction as well.
Ray!
So, he's dead. How do I kill somebody?
Bastion Ball or some shit like that.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just delete.
I do feel like this is bloody Sebastian.
Let me delete Pinky because he's dead.
If anything, I think it's more likely to be his nephew.
Yeah. Peter.
Is actually the source of our problems.
Yeah.
Piotr.
Piotr. Right, okay, so... upstairs then. Blake, I would take an awareness check off you, please. It's
Yeah,
not Blake's action, but it's Blake.
so good at that.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. That's not good enough to give you details, but it's good enough to give you a general thing. From the floor, you're on the first floor. Above you, in the quote family quarters, you can hear movement.
definitely hearing movement.
Yes.
Do we know where Adelard is at this point?
Adelard has been out all day.
Right, okay.
So he's dead.
Yeah, Abelard went out the same time. Yeah, so I know exactly. I'm regretting calling him that. I really am. Yeah, but on the other hand, I got his name right. So no, I'm impressed. I actually got his name right again. Yeah, Abelard has been out. He basically left about the same time as Heamus went off to the tailor with Hadovir, saying he had some errands to run.
Is it Abelard in the grease paint?
Definitely not. I will give you that for free. So, yes, Blake is aware that there is someone is doing something upstairs. There is movement coming from upstairs.
Blake is going to...
Hang on, it's not Blake's turn yet.
Yeah,
This is in reaction to the person upstairs.
Something that he... Okay.
It was an opposed check, basically, and you made it. Because I didn't think it was possible for this person to roll that badly. Hadovir.
Yes.
So, you have a guy who has just smacked you in the leg.
Yeah.
And the dead guy
How
in
close
front
to
of
me
you.
is he?
Well, he was close enough that he smacked you in the leg.
Is there anyone else
Quite
got
close.
visibility?
There was some yelling, but also there was some yelling and some magic, and people are going really, really blind. It's that I saw nothing. Thrown out of a 6-story window at 2 o'clock in the afternoon into a busy street, and nobody saw a damn thing.
I saw absolutely nothing, or no activity at all on the part of the person who can curse me and my descendants unto the 19th generation.
Well, in that case, he's nice and close, isn't he?
Yeah. There is nobody else on this side street. And the people in the marketplace are passing to and fro very fast. Also, no sign of any watchmen or anything yet.
Excellent. In which case, I'll look him square in the eye and say, yes, as I throw some stones at him.
Right.
Hadovir is so without sin.
Yeah.
Without sin.
Yes.
Constantly throwing the first stones.
Yes. First, second, and third. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, sometimes first roots, sometimes first aardvarks.
Okay.
Use without sin
Right.
cast the first aardvark. That's an interesting update.
I don't know, but I now think summon aardvark is something that should be considered, at least in D&D.
Well, there is that. I mean, what is it? The magic item that's the bag of
Bag of tricks.
the bag of tricks. Yes, that you can pull animals from.
I was
Yeah.
thinking figurine of wondrous power.
Yes.
I'm reasonably certain that with a very small amount of modifications, you can probably get a celestial aardvark out of summon monster 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, spirit guardians with just a bunch of warlocks. No, warlocks. Aardvarks is what I meant.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's late.
Now it's an aardvark
warm
warlock.
today.
Yeah, aardvark warlocks are definitely the way to go.
Right.
What we need now.
Yeah.
24 to get to this guy with some pebble dashing.
Oh, feck. Okay, so basically that's your spellcraft, and yeah, it's come off. As long as you don't fumble, you're fine. Oh dear.
There's a thing as to how far I beat him by as to how many d6 damage I do.
So he will attempt to reposition.
I've got to try and find the... Why can't I do that?
Oh shit.
He didn't just fumble, did he?
Well, I won't tell you he fumbled, but yes, he fumbled. I'm just working it out. So currently -3, and his reposition is based on that. So that's up to 2, and his dodge is... So, yeah, 6.
For every point I roll above his defense, to a maximum of 10 points, I deal 1d6 damage.
What did you roll?
24, I think. Yeah, 24.
So 10 then.
It hits, and I'm going to need more dice. Hang on a second. You know what? It's quicker to do this in here than me find more d6.
Okay, that's fine.
I've got to remember how to get multiple dice now. There we go. Roll 10. You did say 10.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
It's basically a magic shotgun.
Yeah, it doesn't. Does it have a hit location?
That's an above average roll.
Yeah. Does it have a hit location, or does it do it to all locations?
That's a very good question. I copied the text straight out into a PDF that I used building the character. Only thing it says is each roll counts as its own attack, which may make a difference if he's wearing armor.
Oh, each stone counts as its own attack.
So theoretically, each one needs a hit location.
Yeah, each one does need a hit location. So, would you like to roll me 10d10, please?
10d10.
Please get 210.
And I will match
Oh,
them
there's a
up. 1.
There's 2 10s,
2 1s.
2 1s, 2 10s,
Okay.
2 10s.
10s are not a big deal. 10s are their legs. Okay, so that's going to bounce. The 10 is going to bounce. No, the 10's going to do a point. The 4 is going to bounce. The 10 again is going to not. Yeah, that's going to bounce off his armor.
Just
The 1, however,
the crowd all by yourself.
you've just done 12 points to his head. Because that's 3 times damage.
Nice.
So he's taken. So it's head's damage is the so he's taken so far. He's taken 13 points of damage. That's not going to do anything. 9 is the other leg, so that's going to 2 points. So 15 you've done to him. 6 is not going to do it. That 1, however, that's another 12 points. And the 8 is not going to count. Right, okay, I like that. That's actually quite handy, being able to match up
Yeah.
the big row of dice. Okay. His head's a bloodied pulp.
Yeah.
He had 20 hit points. You've just topped that, and most of it went to his head.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a shotgun blast to the face.
As we say in Swedish, it's not easy when it's difficult.
No, it's correct. It's not easy when it's difficult.
Badaka daka daka. Badaka daka.
Inte lätt när det är svårt.
I mean, that's
Pepper
scattershot. So.
It is.
Good boy. Good boy.
Okay. He falls to the ground.
I'm now going to go and sit against the tailor's door. I'm going to pick up the leash and sit against the tailor's door while I bleed.
Silently bleed.
Okay.
Bleeding.
Yeah, there's a thud on the tailor's door, Heamus. And also a noise that it's weird weather conditions around here. It's like hailstones or
Very
something.
strange weather we have for the time of year.
Yeah.
Don't normally get the unexpected hailstorms at this time of year.
Orban.
Yeah.
Threats to the left of me, threats to the right.
Guy.
Here I am, the least competent in the entire group.
I the best way to describe Orban, the least
Yep.
competent.
Yep. At least you're wearing armour. Yeah, I'd take that nap now.
I think that's only because Heamus isn't involved in the fight.
Yep. I thought it was as good a way to keep him out as any by not having someone, bash the door in and actually get his attention. Besides, this is a comedy episode now.
Apparently so. Despite
It's a comedy campaign.
violence and bloody death.
Well, yeah. This is the equivalent of, the main character spends the entire time, just on the loo or something, while there are ninja battles going around with the B cast.
If most Witcher games are supposed to be like very gritty and grimdark, there have to be campaigns. that showcase the other side of the
Absolutely,
world.
yeah.
I-
Like, we're the people, like, we're playing the Witcher campaign that people who play the games have played. We know where you go around and fuck about.
Yeah.
Whereas I said yesterday when I was running a playtest that didn't happen, that there was a mission in The Witcher where you get a whole bunch of witches get drunk, dress up as in Yennefer's old clothes, and pretend to be sorceresses over a megascope.
The only thing wrong with this, from the point of view of this being a campaign of people who've actually played the game and know what it's about, is we've not had enough Gwent.
Yeah, I know. No, Gwent is a whole session on its own.
Oh my god, we're sending assassins to kill us all and burn down the inn. Time for a game of Gwent.
Gwent, yes! Exactly!
Download Gwent and we just have an entire session where we just make our own decks in Gwent and then play
Yeah.
Gwent against each other.
My god, series in danger. Time for a quick game of Gwent? I tell you what, if we could set up specific... I don't know if you can now, but if you could set up specific one-on-one practice matches on Gwent Online, I would so just get everybody to set themselves up a Gwent deck and we could just have a round-robin tournament in character
Yeah, let's just make
and
a Gwent
stream
deck,
that.
a Gwent deck in character.
Yeah, I would stream that. I reckon that would be worth doing.
I have points in tactics. That's what's apparently what's used to play Gwent. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're the only one who's allowed to actually look up guides on how to make
Yeah. Okay. So yes, Orban. What you gonna do when they come for you?
I'm still next to Blake, right?
No, Blake has gone
We're
upstairs.
Shit, Blake's enough.
Bernie has gone in the kitchen.
It begins with a B. I've forgotten her name.
Bernie grabbed the tray and went into the kitchen
Bernie's
after the
the
guy.
place you're getting Turkey's paranoia from.
I really hope so, honestly.
Bernie basically got the hump when he started slagging elves, because of course she is half elf.
Yeah,
keep forgetting
he's
she's
going to
half
take a
elf.
quick look over his shoulder to make sure there's nothing directly behind him, and then he's going to start working his way towards the kitchen. So I should probably check on that.
Oh, don't worry about her. That kind, they're absolutely fine. I'm sure she'll find herself a nice little hole to curl up in.
Working and trying to do my best to start getting another knife in my hand because I did throw the other one.
Right, okay. I would like you to make me a deception, please.
Oh god.
Yeah, Jory, unfortunately, elves are universally... by man on the street, in the north, elves have the
Okay.
hated.
Do you want a
Trait.
deceit or a sleight of hand?
Ooh, I would like a sleight of hand, please. Please, Bob.
24.
Right then.
God, if this is a crime boss, he's going to know how to spot me.
The heck
Sorry,
was
my
that?
voice cracks make some really weird noises when I try and do higher pitches.
Yes.
Where are you going? Where are you going, little boy? It's fine. Just have a drink. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
I can't drink while I'm on shift.
Oh,
I
you
appreciate
work here, do you? Oh, have they found you little jobs to do?
Yes.
Well, don't let me keep you if you have things to do.
Thank you. And I'm going to work my way towards the kitchen.
Somehow
I'll try
not
to keep an
turning.
eye on both the kitchen.
Yeah, you're sidling along like this.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, that's going to be your entire move and action.
Get out of there.
Right. And I will let you get into the kitchen where you see Bernie.
I can't smack him. I'm tiny and I only have a knife and an aardvark.
Yes, you still got the aardvark.
I mean, we all know what kind of damage the Nordra can do. at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but this one's baby.
Yeah.
Victory, that's no.
Oh yeah, and by the way, content warning, some people in this setting are arseholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago that there was a big war between elves and humans for territory. So that's the kind of background for it. It's not just that this guy's a complete dick. I mean, he is a dick, but it's a very, very common opinion that, elves really have no place in human society at all, or indeed on the continent. So, oh yeah, absolutely, Jory. Oh yeah, as you step into the kitchen, and at the end of your turn, you see Bernie standing very, very, very straight and still, and a black-clad figure pressing the tip of a dagger into her throat.
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. So, and he's dead. Hang on. Delete item.
Delete.
Yes.
His very existence.
He has
Yes.
been deleted.
So that's Pinky and Perky are down. And now off the tracker. So, Dondric,
Yes, that's me.
back in the suspense movie.
Yeah, I could hear the sounds of that guy falling and then...
Oh, yeah, they probably heard it in space.
Yeah, cool. I take off of him. I start running down the stairs.
Running down the dark stairs.
Yeah, yes. Quick thing though, because I do remember the deaths and almost murder attempts that has been happening regarding the stairs. So I want to maybe skip a couple of steps if I can.
Remember, you did repair them, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
you
they
did.
repaired them, but they could have put enough of
Yes.
it again, which is what I'm worried about. So depending on how long it is, I want to. But I think I don't need any because Dondric probably knows this villain very well.
Yeah.
In my mind, I had the thought that he had potentially a little workstation down here where he does some of his more experimental armor work that isn't fort related.
Oh, I see.
So if that's alright by the
He's the one who makes the chainmail bikinis.
Yes.
His other selection of work.
Yeah, but he makes them available for all genders. He respects that everyone might want to wear a chainmail bikini for some aesthetic reason.
Well, let's be real though. Anyone who has a cellar can usually navigate through
Yeah.
the cellar in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who knows their home well enough, the odds are you could probably close your eyes and make your way through without too much disaster.
But so my point being that he probably spends a lot of time
Yeah.
down there when he's not in the fort or upstairs.
Yep.
Didn't keep shop. So yes, can
Okay.
I up a couple of steps?
You can do me an athletics check,
Sweet.
but because you know the place well enough, I'm not giving you a penalty.
Oh hell yeah. 5 plus dex, and my dex is 5 off. Can't wait to roll a 1 now and have this be a 0 anyway. Oh, it's not! Excellent, that's an 18.
Okay, yep, you can bound, and basically in 2 leaps you can make it to the bottom of the stairs. That's move, and with the athleticism, that's an action. So
Okay.
if you want to do anything else, that's 3 points of stamina.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
What you doing?
Stamina, yeah.
What you doing?
And I want to... Can I see him? Or feel him? Or hear him? Because in that case, I'm going to tackle him.
Awareness check, please.
Oh! Oh! That's a good crit, by the way. Awareness, you said. That's still just
Yeah.
6. Oh, wait, give me a second. This is a lot of math. 25?
Okay,
It's a 10 plus a 9
in the light
plus 6.
from the door behind you, you glance around and you see a barrel of sword blanks just wobble slightly. You've got 3 seconds left to do something.
I want to fucking rush around. I want to see if I can grab something behind the barrel.
Okay. You're just going to go for a blind grab, are you?
Yes.
That is going to be a brawling check then.
Yes.
I'm assuming since you're grabbing and not using the hammer you were holding.
Yeah, exactly. So probably grabbing with one hand and still holding the
Okay.
thing. Luck just works as you're adding points, right?
Yes, it does. But you have
Yeah,
to do it
so-
before you roll.
Yeah, so I want to add 3 luxuries.
Okay?
I keep forgetting we have luck.
You do.
Yeah, same.
I thought the tradition was you
use
use
that
it
in
in
the
the last... Yeah, true.
Alright, so that's a plus 10. I exploded the wrong way again.
What'd you get?
Give me a second. Math. It's still an 8. An 8.
Right. Let's give this. Okay. You don't connect with anything, but in the shadows now past the barrel, you hear somebody skitter backwards.
Yep.
So, moving on to Heamus, just who's now having his jacket taken off, by the way.
Cool.
And on to Loic,
Um,
who's unfortunately his action didn't trigger because they didn't
No,
come
no.
round the corner.
I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna, I gesture with my head for Nell to, in the direction of the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
While I keep my crossbow trained on the stairs. I'm gonna hold again. And if if nothing triggers my held action, I'll act at the end of the round.
Okay. That's fair. Right. Fortunately, it is triggered. Because you see, crouched and cautious, a small figure in black come around the top of the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
In a half crouch, smack into your sights.
Right. So I will let loose a bolt.
Okay.
Combat.
Roll it.
Oh, while am I doing anything? You can only do a normal attack with a crossbow.
Yep.
That is a 12.
Okay. They weren't expecting you to be pointing it at them because they'd heard the noise from downstairs and assumed that everybody would be in the cellar. Oh. That's hit. You haven't critted, but that's a hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah,
I guess I roll damage.
You do, yeah. 4d6, I believe. Must be 4d6 plus 2, actually, isn't it?
46 plus 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Huh?
14?
No, sorry, I just got an error message from the console.
Oh, no, Fantasy Grounds have been doing that. It's basically
Yeah.
because this is a fan made.
Yeah.
It occasionally does have a bit of a tizzy. So
yes, that's
you can just
14
close that.
points to the right arm.
Oh, dearie me. 14 points to the doesn't actually wear any armour on her arms.
Heyo.
Just has a shirt.
I could help with that.
Do like that.
Oh dear. Values mobility.
Trying to get customers.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is this a good way to get customers? Shooting them in the arm and then proving, see, if you'd had armor from us.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can correct that oversight.
Oh no. What is the wound
It is quite
threshold?
an avant-garde way of marketing, but
Maximum
sure.
health is... Oh shit.
I like it when Jim.
Look, I have no points in crossbow. All I have is my deck.
Oh no. Hang on.
Does he close his eyes when he's shooting, he just happened to.
No, she's only taking half the damage because she hit her arm.
Right, okay.
Okay, oh, thank God for that. That would just be embarrassing. Yes, right arms, that's half damage. So that is only 7 points she's taking. That's fine. It's only taken mere 7 points of damage, and you hear a "ow."
They sound so offended.
Yeah, they do sound so offended.
So that's the action.
Mm-hmm.
I take it dropping the bow is free effectively.
Dropping is free. Putting
Yeah.
it down costs you an action. You can blow an action. You can blow for an extra action to reload this round if you want.
Ooh.
Otherwise, it will be your next round action.
Yes, actually, I will. I'll blow the stamina to
Okay.
reload.
Right. And she's not doing anything else. Her sneaking did not work out. So, Blake.
Blake, yes.
Loic closes his third eye.
I think under the circumstances, Blake is going to carefully place his crossbow, still unloaded, but with the string drawn back,
Yeah.
on the floor to the left of the door leading
Okay.
upstairs. Draw his cord and then try the door.
Okay.
She's probably going to be move plus 2 actions.
Is that now showing as a shared sheet?
Is what showing as a shared sheet?
The thing that obviously isn't showing as a shared sheet. Hang on.
Nothing's popped
Well, I
up
don't
on the
know,
screen.
because you haven't told me what it is I'm looking to see if it's shared.
The first floor of the toss coin.
Which I already had open, so I
Oh,
have no
right,
idea.
okay. Okie dokie. Right, okay. With weird scribbling on it, in addition to other things. Right, okay. It looks like someone's 4-year-old's been at it. Right. So that is now shared to everybody. Or should be shared to everybody. So the player's eye view can see it anyway. So, so you put your crossbow down. Sorry, my brain just fried on me.
Yeah.
And then, what, trying the door, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drawing my sword and trying the door. So that's got to be at least 2 actions.
That's 2 actions. Yeah, that's going to be the cover. That's going to be all your actions, basically.
Right, so
The door is unlocked.
There we go. Spend some stamina on that extra action, and there's that's it. That's all I can do for this round. Okay.
Yep. Try the door. The door is opening.
This is the problem with having this situation split between some people
Yeah.
who are already fighting and some people who are sneaking around. is
Yeah.
that There's a lot of stuff that would not normally be done in initiative.
Yeah.
being done in initiative, so.
I'm kind of fudging it. I think it's working okay. But yeah, obviously the people who are in the run-up to actual fights, it's working at different paces. But I'm going with it. Nell.
But since I've got a whole round, I can actually do
Yep.
Yeah, I am taking Loic's nod towards the cellar as a cue to go down into the cellar.
Okay.
And he seems to have the situation under control, given that he hit our other intruder with a crossbow. So, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, Nell is going down in the cellar. I'm assuming she also knows her way around.
She does. It's going to be all her move to get down there. And then you have an action when you get down there.
Do I see anything, or is it pitch black?
It is dark, but you have the light coming down the stairs behind you. So, an awareness check will let you assess the situation.
Do I already see that Dondric has reached behind the barrel of...
That's what's going to cover under the awareness check.
Then I'll do that. Oh, 15.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
What you can see is, yes, as your eyes adjust, you can see Dondric next to one of the barrels of your sword blanks. And he's just taken a swipe at something. You can tell from his body position he's recovering. But you can't see anybody else.
When I see it come down, I yell, behind here!
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to go, because I'm assuming the barrel is like against the wall or something.
It's at the end of a row of shelves.
Yeah, then I'm going... Can I, if Dondric is going like from the right, can I go around it from the left? Is that possible?
Yeah.
With the, yeah, then I'll try to do that. Try to...
Okay,
the
that's
off.
going to be another action, so 3 stamina.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, your friendly luck reminder. Luck reminder. Luck reminder.
Yes. What do I do for doing?
For spending luck,
No, for do I need to roll anything for cutting up?
you don't need to roll anything because you're just blowing it for another set of movements, so it's
Alright.
just spend 3 stamina.
Right, gotcha. And that is the rest of what I can do,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Do I see anyone now?
Okay. So, in the kitchen at the tossed coin, Orban.
Okay,
Is-
if the person to come in,
They are actually holding Bernie clearly as a human shield, well, as an elven shield in this case, against you or Blake coming in. Put it down.
like they have injured.
There is a little trickle of red coming down from the tip of the dagger at the throat, but it's actually their action, and they're saying, drop the knife.
It's not just me.
Yeah. Drop the knife.
He drops the knife. Neglects to mention that he has several more.
Now,
Just leave. I won't follow you.
no, you won't. And changes his grip and flicks the knife at you. Throw knives come under bizarrely athletics.
Dodging knives also comes under my
Athletics, yes.
Oh, could I do a dodge roll into grabbing my knife off the floor? I
Ooh,
doubt it. But that would be really cool if I could.
it would, yeah. You can certainly try a reposition to put you in arm's reach of your knife.
Okay.
But you first need to actually make the defense, because otherwise there's a dagger coming at you.
Oh, yeah. I think I've earned that.
I have a
That's
hunch
good
that you
roll.
make it.
That was a
Sounded like it might have been
good.
roll.
That was a good roll on his part.
Haha, you fuck.
With that, I'm sorry. Yeah, you managed to do a tumble, and you wind up with your right hand on your blade. You're not
Okay,
gripping it yet, but your hand is on it.
Okay, can I blow 3 stamina to pick it up?
No, because it's not your action.
Oh, it isn't my action. But when
No.
it is my action, I could blow on my luck to throw the knife in his face.
Okay. Nell,
Yes, hey, I
as you head up to the end of the shelving, you suddenly realise that a figure in dark clothes is directly in front of you. You realise this when they attempt to land a punch on your face.
Okay. Does the fact that I'm holding a shield help any?
Yes, it really does.
Excellent.
You can indeed block with it.
How do I do this?
Uh,
Do I...
You make a melee check.
With Got
It's under
skills.
reflexes.
Reflexes.
It's skill on M.
Oh, I have nothing extra on that, so...
I believe you get the +3 bonus for actually using a shield.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That's a 1.
Oh dear.
Minus. +3 for a shield.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you have nothing to like? Oh, never mind.
Right. Unfortunately, they
I think
have
what Nell
lumped
needs to
you.
learn is that she can't block things at all.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's dark. You guessed where the blow was going to be coming from. So you just caught a fist in the chest, doing 3 points of damage.
3.
Yeah. If you wear any armor, that's basically going to wipe it out.
Do I? Where do I see that?
I don't think
No,
we've
I
got
don't-
any,
I don't.
armor.
I think you've decided you were going to, but you hadn't yet.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in my.
No.
In my.
So yeah, just 3 points of damage then.
We didn't get it as starting off.
Gotcha.
No, that's fine.
We got weapons in here.
Yeah, and
You'll have to
also,
make me some.
Yeah.
I'm going to first armor for the shop, then armor for the squishy people inside it.
okay, we'll
One
skip
thing at a time.
that.
That's priority.
And that's happening upstairs with him. So I am going to briefly AFK and have a swift bio break and come back to you. Hadovir and then Mo.
Okie doke. I shall have a quick fire break myself then.
I should get
Is that what they're called, rather than just having, like, no tact whatsoever, like me?
Tal is now going to have to be the one to entertain the chat. I'm sorry, Tal.
Oh my god. Right, you're leaving me here with no oversight. Hello, chat. It's me, your boy, Spud. I can't juggle because I'm dyspraxic this year. I tried to learn, believe me. I can introduce you. No, you all know Cthulhu, but here's Cthulhu. I hope you all like Cthulhu. That is my grand contribution to the chat. Hang on, I'll get a nice hat. There we go. There we go. I'll have to make do. Oh god. See, I might need a fire break myself.
I can take it from here.
Are you? Hello, Felix. Can you hold the chat down for me while I have to go?
I'll hold down the fort.
I have to go to the little boy's room. So.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Okay.
Hello, Sam.
I'll actually get something.
Yeah. Ah, I see. The drop has already returned. I see the little green dots light up on her VC thing. Has she put on her headphones yet? Time will tell. Who knows? At this point.
Aha, what an interesting site to return to.
Yes. Hello.
And yes, to all our wonderful viewers out there, I hope you're enjoying this instalment of the natural history documentary, or When Aardvarks Attack.
Hello back.
And also, I don't have a stuffed animal, but I have a Gambus on.
Oh, so you're... Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's far too big for me, but it's very thick. I'm pretty sure I could take an arrow. My favorite flavor of Coca-Cola is the basic one. Every now and then I'll go a little funky and take the vanilla one, just kicks. But today I was given by delivery a sugar-free one, the Coca-Cola Zero, and it's heresy. How dare they bring this into my house? Don't know what to do with it.
Oh.
Zero is fine. Zero actually tastes better than Diet Coke.
Yes. Yes, very much.
No.
Caffeine-free diet because no
Yeah.
caffeine.
Yeah. Caffeine-free diet.
Anybody else would sell me caffeine-free cola. I wouldn't be drinking Coke.
Yeah. Tesco's the only other place you can get it.
Like for a long time,
I don't know.
for a long time, we joked to a friend. So it's like drinking caffeine-free diet cola is effectively just drinking caramel water. There is
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone wants to sell me caramel water, that'll do me.
To
Or you
rip-
can still mix it with scotch.
Yep. Exactly.
Ah,
to
that's
rip a
fair.
joke
Sorry,
that,
Yeah.
you're using it as a mixer. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, not always.
Yeah.
we
But
are on
I
18
first started drinking caffeine-free before I realised I was allergic to caffeine. I first started drinking caffeine-free because I discovered that if I drank whiskey and Coke with regular Coke, I got a hangover. And if I drank whiskey and Coke with caffeine-free Coke, no hangover.
Oh wow, nice.
cool.
Sounded
Yeah,
like a brilliant reason to drink
valid.
caffeine-free.
yeah.
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 Discovered that ages ago, yeah.
I started drinking coffee because of role-playing sessions as well, so it's quite good.
Okay, so Blake.
I thought it
You're on
was
Hadovir, love.
Sorry, it's Hadovir, my apologies, but Hadovir is currently sitting on the doorstep. He's sitting on
Right.
the dock
Yeah.
of the bay. And I'm on the wrong person anyway, so ignore me. That's just the movements going on upstairs. Blake actually can make me an awareness check, because that's passive. Passive reactive.
So very good at it.
Mm,
8.
Jesus.
If there's an
no.
elephant in the room, I might just have noticed.
Okay, no, you can hear creaks, but you can't place anything specific.
Just has sudden flashbacks, thinks he's on a boat, ignores them.
Ha! Okay, so that comes down to Hadovir, who presumably is still sat on the doorstep.
Hurry up, I'm still fucking bleeding.
Fair enough.
I love Hadovir.
And
Yeah.
then I shall very gently and almost affectionately pepper you.
Aren't they almost affectionately? Can't believe that. It's just,
I mean, can't blow his cover
Good
now,
lad.
emotions.
Good lad, pepper you.
Yeah.
Good lad.
But he can't.
By the
Orban.
end of this, the inn will have burned down, and Hadovir will be living in the forest with Pepperdew.
Quite possibly, yes.
Okay, Orban.
Hello.
Yes, you'll go.
You know what I think is rough? I think it's time to hope that for a first time the chat will be seeing, the Orban snap moment is ready to occur.
Right.
So I am going to grab that knife. I am going to pour every bit of luck in because I do not want to hit my friend in the head.
Okay.
We'll be very
Well,
embarrassed.
it's like
Yes.
a good day, but seems nice.
Yeah, she is quite nice. Yes.
Or I believe I have 7 points of luck. Don't I?
Okay.
Where is it? There it is. My luck is now down to 0. So 7 luck. I am throwing the knife at the guy's face.
Okay. Are you actually going for the penalty to hit the head?
Yes, that's why I'm pouring in the luck.
Okay. So that's a -6.
Okay, so I get a +1
Yep.
from the luck. And
That'll-
it's athletics or sleight of hand, I don't recall.
It's athletics for actually throwing.
Not terrible.
24. Okay. It's going to go for a dodge.
If he wants to reposition, he's got to let go. He's got to let go.
He does. And indeed he does. And indeed, his case, that's a 2 for on the roll. So at least he didn't fumble, which could be worse. That's an 8.
If he fumbled, it would have been the true Orban snap roll.
So that's 12. You beat his roll by 12. I'm just checking crits.
Wait. Is it the Orban snap roll?
Yes.
Is it time for boy? Is it time for boy?
Hang on.
Okay, drop a barbarian raid is kind of the best. Incredible.
You've done a complex crit to him. And you blew the you took the extra difficulty, so you've got the head crit. I'm not making you roll. I'm not making you roll for where. The only thing I will ask is I will take an odd or even roll because there are 2 crits to the head on that table. So I will let you randomise which. So odds. So
I'll just roll a
odds.
D6.
Yeah, just roll anything. And odds is the first result. Evens is the second.
Right.
Odds is the first roll. Okay. The blow rattled your brain and caused some internal bleeding. It's hard to think straight. She's -1 to int, will, and stun. Oh, sorry, int, will. Yeah, int, will, and stun. So it's not as bad as it could be. But you have also done 10 points of damage to his head. 10 points of damage in addition to whatever your dagger damage does.
Oh, hang on, I'll look up my dagger damage again.
I believe it's a d6 plus 2.
Sorry, I accidentally rolled in the chat. Don't mind that.
D6 plus
Someone
2,
just
yeah.
throw a die.
Yeah. So yeah, d6 plus 2.
D6. Okay. So plus 2, 6.
Yeah. Times 3 because it's on his head.
6 times 3.
18.
That's fun.
So you've done a total of 28 points of damage to him.
Why plus 2? Why did you say plus 2?
I thought it was plus 2.
There's a modifier box at the bottom you can use.
No,
If
why,
your dagger-
why is saying it's plus 2? Because there's 3 throwing knives and they're just
Oh, they only this is a d6. Okay.
it's only D6. Shouldn't have
It
thought
may
that.
be a body thing then. So
Hate
so that's 4. So that's 12. You've
12.
done so. You've only done 30. No, God, oh my lordy! Yeah, you've done 30 points of damage to him.
Nice.
No, you haven't. I can't add up. You've done 22. Go away, drop.
Say.
But you've still done 22 points of damage to him, which means you have still, unfortunately, killed him
It's a
Oh,
knife that in his eyes.
because he's got 20.
Please.
You have just chucked a knife and it flipped. Didn't hit with the point, unfortunately. It hit smack between the eyes on the hilt, which was enough to fracture his skull,
And Orban's just like, I meant to do it like
causing an intercranial bleed had he lived, and unfortunately puncturing enough of the skull into the front of the brain.
that. Orban snap. Orban snap.
we're having a lot of kills this session.
Orban is, when you get Orban wound up, somehow he always manages to pull this off.
Bernie is yelping. She's not happy. Because when he tried to dodge, he basically shoved her one way and shoved her into shelving.
Well, I think we're pretty much demonstrating that Witcher combat is deadly,
Oh, yeah.
regardless of how light we play it off.
Yeah.
But-
I don't put people into combat situations often. There is a reason for this. It's nasty.
You
So,
can possibly see how happy I am right now.
oh, I can see the grin from in the tiny little thumbnail. I can say your nose is grinning, frankly. So, Dondric.
Yes.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah.
You've just seen Nell being punched in the face. No, sorry.
You would have heard it.
Yeah.
You didn't see it so much as you heard it.
Right. I want to just take a step around the barrel instead of reaching and
Okay.
smack him with my mace.
Right, I'm just looking up the outnumbered. Ganging up. When a person is attacked by multiple assailants in melee range, adjacent or within 2 meters with a reach weapon, they take a -1 penalty to defense for every assailant beyond the first.
So -1.
So yeah, -1. For example, if you're surrounded by 4 neckers, you take -3 to your defense. Translation: don't get mobbed. It's not good.
Excellent.
Roll it.
Onslaught penalties are real in this. So.
They are. They don't muck around.
Using a
That's
mace.
the reason Hadovir has the blow everything away spell.
Using a mace, is that melee or swordsmanship?
That's
No,
using a mace is melee.
Yeah, excellent. Reflexes +3. My reflexes is 5, so that's 8 plus whatever this comes out to. Ooh, excellent. 15, if my math is correct. 8 plus
Okay.
7, 15.
Right. Okay. He did not beat that, and I just need to check something. No, you're right. So, he didn't avoid that, so roll damage.
Oh,
And a hit location, please.
yes. Hit location is D10, right?
D10, yeah.
Yes. And my mace is 5d6.
Jesus.
Oh, nice. 10, 15 plus 6, 21. The hit location is a 9.
Okay, you've just hit his left leg for 21 points of damage, which means you've actually hit it for 10 points of damage, because it takes half for being a
Yeah.
limb.
Fair
So,
enough.
that is the guy in the basement. He has just... Oh, God, he'd already taken... Hang on a minute. Oh, dear.
Do I kill him by taking out his kneecaps?
No, but he is on his wound threshold, which means his body has just dropped and he's basically now crap.
I used to be a ninja until I took a mace to the knee.
Yeah,
Back of the knee because he's facing back.
basically kneecap the bastard.
Yeah. So do I basically just hit him across like the knees and he falls backwards?
He's not fallen down yet. I'm just checking what
Okay.
happens with wound thresholds. Because it's a thing. And it's not something I've had to deal with because generally you kill them dead or you don't kill them at all. Okay, enough lethal damage will begin to hamper your actions. This is called your wound threshold. When your current hit points go below your wound threshold, you halve your reflex, dex, intelligence, and will. You're holding yourself together with sheer willpower and adrenaline. That's where he is. So,
Cool.
yeah. He's not a happy bunny.
Right.
Okay.
And I just say, what did you come in here?
Yeah.
How?
Screw you. Okay.
I'm done.
That's Dondric. So, Heamus. Someone's banging on the door and Hadovir says he's still bleeding.
Could you please quieter?
Incredible.
You see, he's still involved, even though he's not involved. He's still Heamusing.
Is that audible from where I am?
It's probably said about the level that I said it at, so I would imagine no.
Right.
Okay, Loic.
Um,
You have literally... You are the same initiative as the person at the top of the stairs.
oh, right, okay.
But you've got the better
Sure.
reflex.
Okay. I call out, drop your weapons and walk slowly down the stairs, please.
Okay.
Or crawl, or whatever.
Alright,
Understand.
you got him in the arm.
Yeah.
So...
But to be fair, like, I probably can't see exactly where I got them.
No, somewhere in the black mass.
Yeah.
In the black area of the black stairs, in the black shadows. Right.
And every time you operate one of these black controls that's labelled in black on a black background, it's lights up black to let you know you've done it.
Yes.
And of course, the crossbow is tracking them if they do decide to walk down.
They actually take the other option. And they attempt to scooch around the top of the stairs and flee.
Okay, can I loose a bolt at them as they attempt to do so?
I will take that as being a reposition on their part. So, yes.
Okie dokie. Oops, sorry, it's the first one, so it's a 10.
Okay.
I accidentally clicked that twice.
So that's a 2, and their athletics is. I think they've got away with this. That's an oh. Oh.
That's what the promise is.
Right. Okay. Roll damage.
13 points to the torso.
Okay. So that is actually 13 points. Right. Oh. Remaining hit points 13. They basically made a run for it round the corner and you planted one in their back. As
Don't
they
be too good at murdering people.
as they spun. And there is
We were worried in that session about, oh no, they've sent assassins. Oh god, the campaign. How will we survive? We're okay.
I wanted to interrogate
We're
them.
alright.
It's
Don't
fine.
worry, we still have another one.
Yeah, we have one.
we've got hang on, we've got a spare.
Yeah,
I've got a plan, okay?
Look, he's still got one person to find kneecap we can threaten to hit with a mace.
So what do I actually see?
You see them spin on the spot as you loose the bolt. It's the simultaneous action. They take one step forward, your bolt thuds into their back, and then they're thrown basically through the door at the top of the stairs.
Right.
You have no idea, in character,
Yeah.
if they're dead or alive.
In which case, what I do is I drop the crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in my mind, like I'm standing over the counter, so it doesn't actually drop far. It's
No,
effectively
it's just,
on the
yeah.
counter. I will move forward to basically. I want to move to them, and I will also blow 3 stamina
Okay.
to. I can't get to them in one move, can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your speed?
My speed is 15.
Oh yeah. So
Oh
you
no,
can do
sorry, no, that's my run.
No, that's your run. So
my
5.
speed is 5, yeah.
So that's 5 meters. Most stairs are not going to be that high. So
Okay.
yeah, you can get up the stairs.
Cool. In which case, I will also blow 3 stamina to draw elegance, my poniard.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, you've got a fancy name for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is a personalised weapon.
Yeah. That close, by the way, you can hear rattling breaths.
Right. Okay. I presume I don't need that. They're not going anywhere, are they?
Oh no, they're on
Okay.
0. The only reason they are not dead yet is because they have a name.
Sure.
Right.
In which case, yeah, that's my that's my
Okay.
action.
Oh, they're not happy about this.
No, I have no idea. Why not?
Blake. Sword out, bottom of the stairs.
Heading up the stairs,
Okay.
and calling out. Sorry, and wrangling a cat.
God.
Quick question,
Uh-huh.
Drut. Now that I'm up close
Mhm.
and I see who they are, do they look familiar?
Yeah, it's the same one who was in
Right,
the cellar,
okay. Sure.
who's only just been healed up after you.
You're all dying. You should have thrown a knife at me, mate.
One of them's just gone down to your knife and is very dead, and the other one has just been taken to 0 by.
Well, those are potential love interests. They're just
They
dead.
were 2 of the 3 potential love interests.
And the leftover one's halfling, I'm assuming.
This is the halfling.
The leftover one is Capitu.
Wait, I just murdered the halfling?
No, the halfling just got a bolt in the back.
Oh.
who's the one who was in the cellar, who sabotaged the cellar.
Shake my head.
Orban, however, just killed one of the other options who he hadn't actually met yet. And option 3, oddly enough, is in is in Heamus's bedroom. There's a sentence I didn't expect him to say.
Okay.
I would just pretty much resign yourself to a life of loneliness.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be.
Is Blake... No, Blake's calling out, so he's not attempting to be silent.
No, Blake is coming upstairs and he's calling
Okay.
out. Hello? Is there anybody up there?
Right. Now that you're partway upstairs, you can hear, as you go up, rustling of paper.
Oh.
And then as you call, that suddenly goes to silence.
They're looking for the fucking deed again.
And you can complete your move at the top of the stairs.
And what do I see?
At the top of the stairs, you see basically every piece of paperwork that was in Willhelm's old bedroom that Heamus has not yet packed up and dumped entirely on Abelard, strewn across the floor. And a black-clad hooded figure standing holding a sheaf. And above you, because you can see this all quite clearly, you can see several tiles have been lifted away in the ceiling, in the roof. No window. They came in, they lifted, they came in through the rafters.
Right, you and I are going to have a talk. We can have it with or without bloodshed, your choice.
This is none of your business.
Oh, don't be so fucking stupid. I'm charging him. Oh, this next round I'm charging him.
Okay.
Yes,
mean-
this is Witcher.
I mean-
The word fuck will be used a lot.
Yes.
I mean, technically, you already shut the door and didn't come in for the door, so it's not technically your problem.
Okay. It's going to be. You are going to be blowing an extra 3 stamina for the charge, but the hit will be free because
I
that's
thought
your
I was
action.
charging next round.
Oh, you
Because
okay.
I've done this round.
That's fair.
I was assuming I was all out
No,
of
that's
actions
cool.
for this.
So Nell, whoever you're fighting, they're not happy. They've just had their kneecap all but shattered, but they're
From
still up.
behind as well. I mean, because he's facing Nell, right?
Yeah.
And I'm standing behind him.
You're learning all sorts of interesting swear words. You're not quite sure how you managed to do that with a line of rope and goldfish, but you're fairly sure it's at least immoral, if not illegal.
Is there enough space to like walk around this guy?
No. You're between
Alright.
2 shelves, basically.
Right, then I'm just gonna because he's kneeling on the ground, right?
No, he's still
Oh,
up.
he's not.
He is still up.
He has
He's-
one perfectly good knee still.
He has. Yeah, he hasn't.
Oh, right.
He hasn't actually suffered the crit of losing the leg.
I wanna try to grapple him.
Okay,
Can I do that?
you can. We dodged the grapple rules earlier, but we will have them now.
Time to judge the system
I'd rather have to
properly.
make up new NPCs. Could potentially be
What
romantic
did I
just
roll
because
to
it's
grab?
written into the character sheet.
Yeah,
It's
mate. If you
quite
kill
fun.
them, then that's that's none of my business. They are potential problematic love interests. Being dead is fairly problematic.
Fair point.
Okay.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah. Okay. I would
very
like
little
you.
Romance and necromancy, you know.
Oh, God.
Nell, I would like you to make me a melee roll, please.
Oh no. Hang on. Yeah, because I have nothing in melee. Let's see. Where is my luck points?
No, not melee. Sorry, brawling. What did I say, melee?
I don't know.
This is brawling.
Brawling.
You
how
roll
do
to
I-
grab hold of a target.
Is that on skills?
It is a skill. Brawling is a reflex skill.
Alright, then it's, so that's equal to melee then.
Okay.
Where is luck? Luck is
On the main stat page, on the very bottom.
there. 4. So I am going to use all of my 4 luck points.
Whereas everyone just looked at the clock and gone, I know.
What? No, I just don't want to fail this roll. Come on, little die, please. It's okay. Okay. It's not bad. It's not a 1, you know. That's a 15. That's a 15 to grapple this guy.
Okay, you have him grappled.
Oh.
Yes.
If you
And I'm
want to
going to-
blow 3 stamina, you can get a second action. You can pin, choke, or throw, if you wish, or trip.
Get him in the ground and we could.
Yeah, I
You
think I
can
would like to trip him down. If I can do that.
Okay.
Or will that risk me losing the?
Oh, hang on. No, sorry. Trip is its own thing. Throw is what you can do from a grapple.
Yeah. Then I'll hold him and I'll turn to the vague direction of Dondric and say, see if you can find some ropes.
Okay. I would like you to, since you're trying to hold him, that's going to count as a pin. So
Okay.
I would like you to just make me another brawling check, please.
Another roll. Okay. Which die do I trust?
Yeah.
In dice we trust. Okay.
Well, it's not a 1, but it is a 2, so
Okay.
7.
At least it's not a fumble. At least
Yeah.
I'm gonna explode
Okay.
downwards.
Well, that beats his because he's currently halving pretty much
Thank you.
all his stats. He actually got the total of 5. So you have him pinned until he can make a dodge escape roll against your brawling.
Right.
So you currently have him basically in a full Nelson, or possibly
No.
one of those headlocks that school wrestlers are told never ever to do.
In a full Nell Moss, as we call
Yep.
it.
Chancery. Actually, Chancery would be fucking nasty.
Mm. What do you want?
Yeah, actually, Chancery straight into a wall. That would do it.
Push him into a wall, yeah.
Yes. God, I love that. I'm hoping that we can get to do that again in the near time. Okay. So it sounds really violent. Bartitsu. Google Bartitsu. It's fun. Okay.
It is awesome. Yeah, if you've ever seen either, but preferably the first of the Kingsman films,
Yes.
Bartitsu is the combat style that the Kingsman perform.
Yep.
Excellent.
So Colin
It's-
Firth in that bar fight
In fact,
and
I
the
think it was
church.
The second film, wasn't it, rather than the first film? But the instruction for the second movie was apparently done by the guy
Yeah.
who we did a Bartitsu seminar with. He's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. Whatever else was wrong with the film, the fight scenes wasn't. The
That
fight scene were
wasn't
not a
it,
problem, no. Yeah, Tommy taught. Tommy was the person who taught them how to do that fighting. And he just rocks. Okay. And it's terrifying. So,
And in fact, some of the stuff done with the umbrella is how, had the mechanics not let me down, how Randolph would have fought in
Yes.
Wolfenstein, because that's Campagny
yeah.
essentially, but done with an umbrella instead of a walking cane.
Yep. So, moving on to... oh no, he's dead. He's going to attempt to dodge escape. Don't even bother, he just rolled a 1. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Nobody can see him. And the guy in the attic is going to come for Blake.
Cool, yeah.
A long knife appears because if you're cool,
He's a moron.
if you're named,
Here's
you
a
can use
large
the action.
armoured man wielding effectively a cutlass. I'll go for him with my knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's not
he
the
flings the knife at your face.
Oh, throw it.
What are the rules on parrying thrown weapons?
Can't believe they're all killing
You
themselves.
can parry a thrown weapon, I believe. Hang on. There are different rules for missile weapons.
Parry a thrown weapon at -5 instead of the usual -3.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so if I give myself a -2 mod, and then just roll my parry as normal.
Okay. Man-at-Arms. Bit bloody scary.
It's kind of their job to be scary.
It is, yeah.
So that's a 15 parry.
Okay. So that's his target number.
That's a 15 because I had a total minus 5 on that.
I've done really well on not rolling ones. Guess that duck's broken. -8!
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Hang on, Ned. That means that's... Why am I even looking? So it's -2. 4. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Fortunately, that was a parry. Actually, did you parry or block?
A parry. Hence the -5.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know that you can block a missile. Well, you probably can with a shield, but I don't think you can with a sword.
Yeah, no. Not unless you're a Witcher. That's actually a thing.
Maybe a shield can block ranged attacks.
Because of course it is.
Yeah. That's something you can actually learn to do in Witcher is block arrows and parry arrows. So, that didn't work. So, he is going to attempt to jump for the roof. That's his movement. And it's actually 3 points of stamina because he's got a name, therefore I'm allowing it. Special NPCs get to use things. Bog standard NPCs don't.
Special NPCs get to use things, otherwise Orban will end up just as forever alone as his player.
No! No, dice. We are not having that.
Apparently the dice disagree.
Apparently
You're not
the dice-
forever alone.
He jumps, but clearly paper slips from under his feet. You know how paper on paper, if you just abandon a letter on the floor, goes, yeah. He doesn't actually fall over, but he just doesn't get any height because his momentum kind of is distributed by flailing.
God.
I refuse to have him fall flat on his arse.
He'd fall flat on his face if.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Orban. I'm skipping Hadovir at the moment, sorry.
Actually, I probably have a rather
if you-
unimpressed.
Okay.
Unless Hadovir
Well,
has
I'm
something he
impressed.
wants to do.
Yeah, having sat and waited and been ignored largely. Knock
Yeah.
on the door one last time. I'm going back to the tavern. I'm worried about others. I'll see you there.
Okay, date.
All right then.
Then, if he wants to be left alone, having heard an attack outside, that's up to him.
Yep. It's bad weather, that's all.
Heamus will pause a couple of seconds, then suddenly remember and yell out, "Look after the Aardvark."
I think the Arbas could be looking after Hadovir.
Yeah.
He's a guardvark. Okay, so
Definitely.
Nice.
I don't do them often, but I do like to deploy them surgically. Okay, so Orban, you have a dead body in the kitchen. What am we gonna do?
Yeah, Orban in the kitchen with a knife.
Rather
As a startled Bernie, who's doing a mental inventory of arms, legs, and sensory organs, because a knife largely just went flying straight past her face.
You okay? Sorry.
Think so?
He just goes, "Are you okay?" Sorry.
Are you okay? Is that guy okay? The man. Is
No.
Blake all right?
We have a problem. The guy out front. Look, I'm only alive. I've only been alive this long because I know how to spot trouble, and he's a lot of trouble.
Okay. She heads to the kitchen door and literally does that.
No.
Unless you stop her, that's what she's
That's
doing.
what, sorry?
You know the door frame? She's doing
I'm
the...
gonna stop. Look. There's only two of us. I'm starting starting to run out of knives.
I'm not entirely sure that that's a problem.
He's not going anywhere. He's just reading.
Wait till the others get back.
Okay, moving on to Dondric.
Yes.
Nell.
I'm gonna get my knives back off the dead body.
Okay.
Because he has 2 of my knives.
Okay.
Dropped an alt, sorry. 'Cause
One
I decided
in,
to
one
craft
on.
During this.
Oh, I've been sewing this entire time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured. The craft event, we gotta rest.
Okay.
I'm making an armored glove, which is very in character. Right, so God is warm. My fan ran out of batteries.
Okay.
Right. So do I figure I know where we store rope down here because this is sort of like a storage room,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So I'm gonna. Can I, with my movement of action, run, fetch rope and tie him up? Because I'd look at Nell and I go right. And then I'd run up.
I will give him one more escape attempt, which that's not going to cut it, unless you fumble, Nell.
All right.
Make me a
so
brawling check to keep the pin.
Don't fumble.
That is a 10.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I've got 7. Right, so, yes, we will step out largely of initiative order then. You've got a heavily wounded guy now tied up.
Sweet.
Right. Heamus. After yelling, look after your alpha.
Doing what he was doing all along, getting
Okay.
pretty for some new clothes.
Yep. Right, okay. Loic, you are looking at a gasping, choking, small figure.
Does it honestly look like there's anything? Do they honestly look like that they could be saved, or is it literally that this is somebody who is on their last breath?
It's hard to tell.
Mm.
Do you have first aid?
I don't. I mean, hang on. Let's see what's because medicine comes under. Well, I know medicine comes under craft.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
first
suppose
aid comes under craft.
I don't suppose like a general awareness or a straight intellect.
It's unfortunately it's a first aid check, if only
Yeah.
to see how severe the injury is. You can make it, but I know you
no.
don't have the skill.
My craft is only 2.
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
The expression. Might as well.
Hey, Drug, by the way.
Yo.
Okay. Sorry. Then they're not going anywhere. You said.
No, they are. There is a rattle to the chest.
Sure. I did warn you. And then I turn on my heel, go downstairs, and go and check on Dondric and Nell. Because if this person isn't going anywhere, I'm just going to leave them and come back later.
Yeah.
Are you turning on the lights as you come downstairs?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So yes, downstairs they've now secured another black-clad figure,
Right, stop
slightly
talking.
beefier one.
Wait. Loic, how's yours?
They're not going to survive.
They might have done had I been bothered,
Right
but
then.
no.
Right, unfortunately.
So is this person wearing a face mask or anything like that?
Yeah, but they're not exactly observing social distancing.
No, as in like, is their mouth covered or?
Yeah, they're wearing effectively, the traditional ninja garb, the
Sure.
hood with the mask around.
Yeah.
It's effectively a version of that.
I reach forward with my poniard and basically slice the mask off.
Okay. High cheekbones, fluttering eyelids reveal blue eyes.
If Orban had been here.
But yeah. And you are looking at a badly battered and beaten elf.
Oh.
Right, yeah, start talking.
Oh.
How did you get in here?
Please. As I say, because the poniard is basically now levelled at their face. So.
Okay, make me an intimidation check, please. You can do it with a +4 bonus because of the other two.
Sure.
You get 2 for each of them.
There we go. So intimidation.
Drut,
Yo.
has there been out of all of these thugs that we've been fighting, have all of them been non-human?
Those two, yes. The two in the shops, yeah.
Okay,
16.
yeah, I guess we wouldn't know. About
You don't know about the others. The others were human.
All right.
16 on the intimidation check.
Okay. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Well, it's not a fumble, but it's, yeah. What do you want to know?
Who, what, where, why, the usual.
We'll leave that there
How?
because it's still moving, and we are down to Blake.
Right, charging.
Charging.
Specify.
Right. Yep.
So this is an attack at -3,
Yep.
because that's the way a charge works.
It is.
I didn't study Mesa, so I don't know what a strong attack with a cord would be.
That's going to be a striking from the
I
roof.
don't need to apply the -3, do I? Because
Oh, was that a
that's the
mana?
penalty for a strong attack. If I make a strong attack using the rules here, it should already apply the -3.
It should, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a strong attack with a cord is going to be a
Good.
strike from the roof, so it's basically straight up and down.
Yep. Blang. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Cut him in
So
half.
that is, oh shit, that is a 12. I should have specified I was using luck, but I'm a moron.
We're right at the end of the session. To be honest, Fish, if you want to, I don't mind.
In that case, that is a 19.
Okay. You've got a lot of luck. Is that how Blake's
Less than
made? Oh, no, yeah, but Heamus is a luck machine.
Heamus has 8, including the +1 for his lucky whatever. So he's lucky.
He's lucky whatever.
He's got a lucky patch, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
He has to transfer to his new clothing every time he gets a new outfit.
Which is why he was very specific about the patches when
Very
talking
specific
to
about
Taylor
that.
earlier.
It's I rolled that in his life path, that he has all these patches and things, lots of embroidery and patches on his clothing. So it's a part of his personality.
Right,
His lucky object.
that's a total of 10.
Right,
You've
okie
critted.
dokie.
I mean, it's a baby crit, but that's a crit.
Okay. Now, double damage for a strong attack. Do I roll damage
Yes.
twice, or do I roll and double it?
I've always been of the roll damage twice mentality, but they don't actually say.
So first roll and second roll. Oh, and suddenly I've got a script error, but we'll ignore that.
Yep.
So that's a total of 38 points, and assuming that we use the first hit location roll, that's 38 points to the head.
It's a crit, so of course that gives it the location.
No, of course that will give it its
Roll
own.
2d6. It's only a simple
2d6.
crit.
That's 5.
That's a 5. Ha! Oh,
Yes. I found a minor flaw with the crit rules.
yeah. How do you sprain
If I
with...
hadn't critted, he'd be guaranteed dead,
Yeah.
because I'd be doubling that double damage, essentially. Or trebling, rather, on a headshot.
Oh, God, yeah.
So he
So,
would, in fact, then be taking over 100 points of damage, which is cutting him in twain from top to bottom. But because it's a crit, I'm going to do considerably less.
You are. However, going to do sufficient to lop his leg off.
I don't want to lop his leg off. I've just done over 100 points of damage, and because I rolled well, I've been denied that. That's bollocks. It doesn't work.
It doesn't. That's not good, is it?
No, can you ignore the crit?
We'll
And
ignore
I'll
the
just do
crit,
100
yeah.
points of damage, please.
We'll ignore the crit, that's fine. How far down the person do you reckon you can get with one strike
I think
and
it's definitely
100
bit- that's clean right the way through, I reckon.
My
doing
potential love interest to fight 1 second.
doing 4 times his hit points? So even if you divide him up in quarters, quarter of the way for each 25 points, you're coming out somewhere around the groin.
He just literally hit the ground in two clean pieces.
I believe that's 104, by the way.
Is Blake
Wow.
is Blake of the family Voorhees?
Jesus.
Or possibly the family Skywalker.
Yeah. Oh, Skywalker would have been considerably
How
neater.
sharp is that cord?
Under the circumstances, I guess we don't need to roll the 25% chance of bleeding.
Your blade is going so far through him, it cauterized your hand.
Oh my god, poor old
Oh.
Bernie's gonna have to mop this up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole there's a few seconds before you realise and start bleeding. You have about a second and a half where your eyes meet. And then his part. And then there's this just thud.
And then because there was allegedly somebody out the back as well.
Yeah.
Blake will be heading at speed back downstairs, collecting his crossbow on the way.
Okay. When Blake re-enters the the tap room, because that's where the stairs lead to, he sees the guy who's the drinker going through papers. And he's standing, and he doesn't look drunk.
Yes, I'm going to shoot my crossbow at him. I don't see the need for further conversation.
No, the crossbow will do the talking.
Collision.
Did you ever have one of those? You envisioned a confrontation with a serious villain going a different way.
Every time I've run a game, yes.
Yeah, any GM, sure.
Yeah. Roll it.
18.
Okay.
I'm not as good with the crossbow.
No.
Oh. It's on an 18.
I said that, and look what happened to my assailant.
I'm going to let Fishy roll this. Would you like to roll me his southern explosion?
It is what?
Did you say southern or sudden?
That's a 5.
Southern.
As in
Okay.
going down.
-4.
Did we just solve the entire fucking campaign?
Giving
Probably
a
not.
total... Oh, shit.
I think we've just killed a lieutenant, though.
Of 8. No, of 10, sorry.
I do not have the stats for the crossbow.
4d6.
Oh, we've already.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
it is. Crossbow's bloody nasty.
Yes.
Yeah, 4d6 plus 2.
No, because dice hate me.
4d6 plus 2. So 11. He isn't armoured because it would have shown.
But that does have. If he rolled that badly, did I crit?
Yes. Because that, yeah. You
This
critted.
wasn't a ridiculous Uber.
No.
Strike, so the crit will actually be better. in this
Yeah.
instance.
So you're doing an additional 3 points of damage, so you're up to 14 points of damage, including the crit. And would you like to roll me 2d6 and see what you did to him?
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Oh. The blow lodged a piece of clothing or armour in the wound, causing an infection. The recovery and critical healings are quartered. basically, you've
He
just
staunches
lodged.
the wound, but
Yeah, you've basically, your crossbow quarrel has happily carried a chunk of his his tunic into the wound.
Which is not something that is immediately obvious
No.
to observation. So, as far as I know, that's just I've stuck him with a crossbow.
You have. He wails like a small child. And
Stupid
grabs
child.
Or like
grabs
a little
at his
pig.
back. What? You can't do.
I think you'll find I just did, isn't it?
Okay, if I can hear that, then I
Oh,
will
you,
be
yeah.
out of the fucking back room at that point.
Okay. So as Orban re-emerges into the tap room, with Bernie
So
hiding
I'm
behind him.
Blake walking round. Let me go back to the in image so I can remind myself where I'm.
Okay.
So that's right. I've just come down the stairs and he's where?
He is. Hang on
Is he
one
at the
sec.
bar or at the table?
He is at the table. Let me just flick back to the image so the players can see. He is. Yes, he is at the central table.
Right. So yeah. In that case, the crossbow will be placed on the end of the bar,
Mm-hmm.
which is conveniently located near the. Actually, no. The stairs come down the other way.
Yeah, they come down the other way,
On the table in the corner there.
Yep.
So just casually walk over to the table in the corner, then turn back towards the guy, and as I'm walking towards him, redraw my cord.
You can't do this.
What I can and can't do in my employer's establishment is entirely none of your business. So, let's have a little talk about what you're up to, shall we? And I'd talk quick if I were you.
You can't. It's
What
not
I can do
fair.
is I can start knocking off limbs if you don't answer questions.
No.
Oh, this is the nephew, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's gotta be.
Orban, you have a key piece of information. Are you going to share it?
What? What's the key piece of information that he's wearing face paint?
Yeah. That this person is in disguise.
But at this point, I'm coming out of the back room.
Yeah, you're out. You're in
So,
the tap room. And Blake is shoving a cord up the guy's
So our
nose.
friend here, he's in disguise, so I'm assuming someone that we could potentially know. Therefore, probably quite high up.
Sure.
Oh, also, there was an assassin in the kitchen, but I killed him. You're welcome.
Oh, yes, there was another one upstairs. I'm afraid I made a bit of a mess, sorry.
What?
I'll help.
Don't worry, I'll get a bucket and clean it up later.
The shepherd
I
was
think this
one
is
of
just
my
a whole ass
best.
fire.
But
So,
no.
which question do we want to ask first, I wonder? Do we ask, who are you? Or do we ask, what the bloody hell do you think you're doing?
I think I need a doctor.
I think you
Please.
do.
I
You're
can
the
pay.
last person I talked to like this who needed a doctor?
No.
I think you do, don't you? Big fella, doesn't like windows.
All the colour, and you can see that he's wearing face paint because basically where the grease paint isn't,
The only colour that is left
Yeah.
is what's painted on.
yeah, a healthy tan has been painted on. And you can just see from top to bottom, it's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. It's just... And because of just how badly I rolled a courage check,
Oh no.
you're going to need to do some more mopping.
All mopping, yeah.
Oh.
Something stings the air.
I told him
I'll F for that.
to tell his bosses that my friends were to be left alone, that I didn't approve of what they were doing, and that they didn't really want to make an enemy of me. You know what you and your friends here have done, don't you?
No.
You've ignored that,
Well,
and
yes.
you've made an enemy of me.
But I didn't think you were serious.
I threw a man out of a bloody window. How serious can you get?
Just please, I beg you, before honour the wishes of a dying man.
I am.
Don't tell my uncle I died like this.
So you're Peter then, right? That's who you are?
He reaches up and with every ounce of drama that you can imagine, does the whole hairline back wig reveal, which basically pulls a fairly nondescript mop of brown hair off to a slightly shorter mop of mousy hair.
God, what a
He
dramatic
tries to
face,
sit
I love it.
upright, then remembers he has a
I
crossbow
like this
quarrel in
guy.
his
I
back
don't
and
want to cry
flinches.
out. I like this stupid guy.
I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to try first aid.
Okay.
I'll come over and help as best I can with what very nothing I know. Because even Orban feels pity for this
My
dog.
first aid only care. Oh, I have no pity for him. I just want him alive so I can have him with me when I confront his uncle. 12 first aid.
We're just going to walk him up and like 10 or something.
Right, let me just check first aid checks
Find
because
out.
they're weird. That is unfortunately okay. That will get the bolt out, but it won't do anything to deal with the crit.
I mean, I'm assuming that with no medical knowledge.
No, you're on staunch the wound.
Drake's
That's
medical
it.
knowledge is that he can look at people and say, "Ooh, yeah, that's going to kill you."
Yeah.
Because that's really his
yeah.
experience.
Basically,
Nasty.
you can staunch the wound, and that's about it.
Yeah, looks bad.
So he knows nothing of infection.
No.
But this guy's not going to bleed out on our floor
No.
anytime too soon.
No.
So that's really all he was going.
It's about the only bodily fluid he hasn't already produced all over the floor.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown up, right?
Give him
Yes.
time. Depends how scary
Under
Blake
the
is.
circumstances, I'd probably better wait for my boss to come back. But
Oh shit.
unless he has something different to say, I think you and I are going to have to go for a little walk and have a talk with your uncle.
No. I'll leave town. It's fine. Anything but that.
Why are you so scared of your uncle? I
That's
thought
not the way we're doing this.
you
Why
were
is-
in his gang, you're with him.
I was?
Ah!
Yep, there we go.
Aha!
Yeah.
This was supposed to be simple. Why did you make it complicated?
Why did we make this complicated? Wow.
You make this complicated the moment that you decided to start messing with people who you didn't know. Always know. What are the first things you learn in war, laddie? Always know your enemy. You know nothing about us, do you? Any of us?
Well, no, but
So you fucked up, didn't you?
you're just plebs. You're nothing. I had loyalists. I had soldiers who came with me.
You don't know what a soldier bloody is, boyo. I've been a soldier for 20 years, right? I've seen more battles than you've had hot hookers.
Did you
And I'll
just say
tell you
hot?
the one thing that every soldier knows about war and that you don't, and that's that you bloody avoid them.
Should have been simple. This was perfect. This
Can I ask you
place is
something, Brad?
perfect. Yo,
How old does this guy look to be?
he's mid-20s.
Okay.
But he's whining like he's a brownie about 6. This
So he's
was,
a spoiled 20
this,
in the mid-20s.
this was
Interesting
perfect.
to think that this guy is almost a decade older than Heamus.
Yeah. This was
Yeah,
supposed to
it's
be.
a baby.
This would have been perfect. This place would have been perfect. But
I thought it pretty much was.
it should have
You
been
can look.
mine. I mean, the idiot wouldn't give it to me. I mean, I told him it was going to be dangerous.
You know, the more you talk, the less I want to bother with your uncle.
Please don't. Please just let me go. Just let me go. I will leave town and nobody will ever hear from me again. I promise.
Oh, I think I can guarantee nobody will ever hear from you again.
Just don't hurt me anymore. Okay, we are well out of combat rounds now. So,
Well,
Hadovir will get back first, marching along with the bloodied Pepperdew.
And still a crossbow bolt sticking in
And
his
still a crossbow bolt sticking out of your arm.
God, it really is a Scooby-Doo moment, though. He even had a disguise and everything.
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling PCs.
It doesn't actually take much long, sort of 20 minutes or so after Hadovir departs, that Heamus has his darted, jaunty-looking jacket
Hey.
put on his back and can walk back thinking that he's a bit the bee's knees.
Well, he always thinks that.
Yeah, I know, but now he actually looks it.
Of course, he will see the two corpses outside the shop as soon as he steps
Yeah.
outside.
Oh yeah, opening the door, there are two corpses directly outside the tailor's. And a minor demolition job.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon?
I was just like, has no one come to clear that up yet?
No. No.
Incredible.
Everyone's looking, going, oh, his body's there.
I see
So,
Yeah, are they
Someone
trying-
took fire of that.
Switzerland's an interesting place. So yes, basically Hadovir will return first and will discover that Blake has apparently got someone with hair issues.
Blake is turning back to the beer to resist just pummeling this guy into unconsciousness, to shut him up.
As Hadovir walks in, if it was possible for Piotr to go whiter, he would.
I'll do.
Oh no! Oh, tell me they at least got the other one. The Skellige brat.
I left him in shop getting his clothes.
You went shopping?
Just
Did,
to walk in town, like nothing to worry about.
but my men, they were
Oh,
loyal.
they left the memento. Do you want it back?
Tell me,
Grabs hold of one.
Because of his dog one, isn't it?
were they hurt very badly?
Briefly.
His shoulders
I think
just
it's-
slump.
Probably safe to say you don't have any men anymore.
Not technically true. I mean, you've got one in the cellar who's basically never going to walk straight
I
again.
know that.
I've got prosthetics rules. So.
Who are you then, chump?
He tries to straighten up again, remembers that again that he has a crossbow quarrel in his spine.
Ace in his trousers.
I am Piotr Bohr.
Oh. Have you met Pepperdew? Would you like to?
I was thinking, right, that when the young boss gets in, we need to take him back to his uncle and explain why they shouldn't try this again.
Aye. I agree with that.
No, I'm not going back there. No. He's disorganised. He likes his girls. I'm not going back to work for him. He's inefficient.
Sorry, just he likes his girls. Maybe just imagine the thing go, oh no.
We have Orban.
Do you have some strange idea that you are efficient? Because your people are all dead and you're bleeding on our table.
But my plan was good.
Your plan failed completely. How good could it be?
Kill the owner.
Didn't do that. Oh no, you did that bit.
You killed him.
Steal the deeds.
Whoa, whoa. You
Didn't do
killed
that.
him. You killed Willhelm.
Not personally.
He had Willhelm killed, yeah.
Tell us who did it.
Probably one of the corpses we've left lying around.
I want to hear it from him.
Lumpy.
Willhelm was a good man. Ran a good place. I
Poor
want to hear it
lump.
from him.
Oh, he's actually not dead. Or is he? Wasn't dead when I saw him. Anyway.
Well, he wasn't looking too healthy last time I saw him. But not telling you. But he is the mentality. He seems to be regressing to about 8 years old. The plan was solid. Why did you screw it up?
The plan was bollocks.
He'd sat wanting this place for years. He tried to buy it 4 times. But no. Wouldn't sell up.
And your plan worked so much better, didn't it?
It worked better than waiting for your bloody cousin to...
So you own the place now, do you? If it worked...
Cousin?
No, I don't own this, obviously not. I'm just... I want to leave, that's all. I want to go.
Waiting for your cousin to what?
Die of natural causes.
Are you
That belongs to
saying...
your cousin.
No.
I think Willhelm... Possibly Sebastian, just
Yes.
don't know where my voice went there.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, I wondered. Well, he could. It wouldn't be the first time he'd taken a place from the owner, but I couldn't see why he wasn't just walking straight in. But no, blood is thicker than water, he said.
I thought that I've forgotten what the big gangster guy's name was. I've forgotten it, sorry.
Sebastian.
No, not
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Oh, sorry.
The other guy.
Piotr?
I thought Piotr was big on family. I imagine he wouldn't be that impressed with you if we.
What's Sebastian? This one's Piotr.
This one's
Sebastian.
Piotr.
Yeah.
Sebastian's the...
No, Sebastian. Okay,
Uncle
fine.
who basically
Other way
does
around.
the-
Yep.
This one's Piotr. Dumbass is Piotr. Got it.
Yes.
Piotr
Piotr is Sebastian's nephew.
Don't call him dumb, he had a plan!
had a plan.
Actually, I need to
And
check
it was
it.
a good plan. You can tell by how well everything's gone for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Sebastian's. Can't imagine he's too happy.
he's not. You just need to let me go. Please, just let me go.
Why?
Yeah, this nephew. I just had a brief panic on this
Yeah.
thing. Because I'm not worth killing.
So I think we've kind of hit the end of the session.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my apologies.
We're overrunning as it is.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Right. Okay.
Assuming there is enough wrap up for another session. And a confrontation with Sebastian is in order.
Yes.
So I would have said that would
That's
take
as good a
place.
place. Sorry, my apologies. I had not noticed the time.
Yes, that we call it a night and restart with everybody back here.
Yep.
We
Okay.
have an interrogation.
Because what I was going to say is, like, unless there is any key information that we're going to get from this person, we basically pick that up and then, like, either leave him tied up or frog march him basically here to check on the others. So, yeah.
Okay. The only information you'll get is that he's working for Piotr.
Right. Okay. In which case we basically march him over here, and we probably come in at the end of this conversation.
Yeah. Tail end of the conversation is basically, oh no, after you, as Heamus approaches from one direction, and the merchants approach from the other, and the door opens, and you all get to sit there and watch and decide what you're going to do
Somebody tell
with
me
him.
why there's a man bleeding on my table.
And I think we'll call it there. Yeah.
Hang on, that's you.
Actually, like, what does Piotr's face do when he sees the three of us walk in with one of his men?
The face falls to slightly around his collarbone. And it turns out that when he was scared by Blake, he didn't actually empty his bladder, because as soon as Heamus walks in and says it's you, apparently there was some left.
So we've had an eventful.
So, there were going to be IPs going out to everybody.
Hey,
Except Heamus.
I'm gonna put it into the Him Plays OOC, but Hadovir has a plan.
Okay. Right, we'll take it from there then.
Thank you for that.
Next session. So, thank you very much. I apologise for the overrun. It was not my intention.
Never apologise for awesome games.
I do
It was a lot of
apologise.
fun. Thank you.
yeah, it was very fun.
I would
It
have
was
said
worthy
something
of the
sooner if
overrun.
I was working in the morning, but I'm not
Oh,
working
shit.
until 11:30, so I don't have a ridiculously early morning to deal with.
Thank you for making me feel better about that then. Okay, so thank you very much. And yeah, we've got one session left of this before the mid-season break. So it's actually worked out right. I was aiming for 6. I'll get 7. I'll take it. So, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for giving me a huge amount of laughs. I'm glad you
Thank
didn't
you.
see Sebastian, the relationship coming. And I'm glad it played out the way it did.
Thank you much for
So,
running it for us, John.
Thank you.
It's been great.
so next week, Mutiny Year Zero, I believe.
No.
No.
No? Waterdeep, sorry,
Yes.
my apologies. Fish.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was
Slaughter Deep next week.
I
Slaughter
have been
Deep.
prepping all day, but
Fine.
let's calm down.
Forget about my game, I'll be alright.
I'm sorry.
The Mutiny Zero the week after that, so it's fine.
Yeah. So yes, Swords of Slaughter Deep. So we're dealing with, oh god, Lucian's new obsession.
So rather than dealing with bandits trying to shake down an inn this week, next week we'll be going to Waterdeep, where you'll be dealing with bandits trying to shake down an inn. Oh.
I think your bandits are probably rather more competent.
Isn't that what D&D
They're gonna have to be now.
and such is all about?
Yeah, we talk
Fantasy
about
games.
in fantasy, and
Yeah.
I think that means I have to rethink Mutant and have it start with someone trying to shake down the bar.
Bandits. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bandits trying to shake down everyone's bar.
Yeah. But so I will leave you guys to it. Thank you very much for playing. I do appreciate it, and I will see you guys over the course of the week.
yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.